hardest things I have left. There are these things called force tears, and they're usually like a combat challenge map or a boss encounter. And Cal will be like, I sense something. He'll like meditate, and you'll pop up in like this alternate world and have to fight a boss. The obstacle courses are fucking brutal. And there's one I just don't want to do. I tried it like 20 times. I'm not even exaggerating. 20 times, couldn't beat it. I said I'll just come back to that. The other optional boss, there's a funny boss from the first game called Ogdo Bogdo. It's like a big giant frog monster thing, and it's like really early in the game. So it's totally optional, but it's to fuck with you because early in Jedi Fallen Order you're kind of weak and you come across this big frog thing and it fucks you up. And people online were like, "What the fuck?" It became a meme. So in the second game they have Spawn of Ogdo, which is a bigger frog of the same species, and he's got the one-hit kill attack, and he's fucking brutal. And after you beat him, there's like a little frog in the corner, and Cal goes over and he'll meditate in front of it and go, I feel like it's judging me. After you fought the fucking thing. And then later you see that same frog again, and Cal goes, I sense a, no, it can't be. And it's a force tear. And when you go into the force tear, it's Ogdo Bogdo from the first game and the fucking Spawn of Ogdo at the same time, and you got to fight them both at the same time. That's one of the last things I have to do, and I'm just like, kill me. The guy I've been watching, even he's like, yeah, I'm saving that for last. He's like, I'm doing that later. Like, I'm not fucking dealing with that right now. You gotta fight them both at the same goddamn time.
How the fuck are you gonna beat them?
I would say, like, my strategy is probably gonna be focus on Ogdo Bogdo because he doesn't have a one-shot kill move, but he can fuck you up. And try to just avoid the big tongue attack thing that's going to grab you and insta-kill you. And even funnier because the guys who made this game love the memes from the first game. In the first game, Cal has a poncho, and you can make it pink. And in Jedi Survivor, a lot of players are like, where's the poncho? Where's the poncho? You have to beat Spawn of Ogdo to get to the thing to get the poncho. That's your reward. You get the poncho. There's a line early in the game where Cal meets a fucking High Republic droid, and the droid's like, you're a Jedi. You're not wearing the proper robes. And Cal goes, well, I'm more of a poncho guy myself. And your little droid goes, hee. So they were really aware of all the stupid memes from the first game.
Now, I do like developers and stuff who, love to do that.
There's a fucking hidden room. Like, it's very Dark Souls in that you'll see, like, a crack in the wall, and you've seen the games where you have to, like, slide through the crack in the wall, cleverly hidden loading screen. Well, there's this one crack in the wall that goes on and on and on, and you're just sliding. I'm like, God damn, how long is this fucking thing? And you're just pushing your way through, 5 minutes later, you come into an opening, and there's battle droids propped up with fucking notepads and a wampa posing like this, and the battle droids were drawing the wampa. And Cal goes, that's different. And I'm like, why is there a wampa just like that? And they've got the battle droids going, drawing it. So nobody knows what kind of race this is going to be because last spring the tires were like shredded cheese, almost to the point where it was too much. Still a good race, but it was like, this is almost 2008 Indianapolis levels of this is too much. And then last fall, no tire wear. Kyle Larson leads like 300 laps. Boring. Nobody could pass. Tires didn't wear. And then yesterday in practice, oh my God, it's happening again. I'm like, is it just because it's daylight? Is it really that big of a difference that it's fucking daylight? I know these tires are like really temperature sensitive, but they're like, oh yeah, it was wearing. And then I was like, wait a minute, tomorrow's not going to be like last spring. There was an Xfinity race here this time, and the Xfinity cars put rubber down. And the more rubber on the track, the less the tires wear. Like, they'll still get hot and wear, but it wears infinitely less. So I'm wondering if all that Xfinity rubber is just going to kind of balance it out to where it's somewhere in between last fall and last spring. But I'm hoping for more like last spring than last fall. Because Kyle Larson's starting third, and I don't want to see him lead 300 laps again. No disrespect to Kyle Larson. And Denny Hamlin starting fourth, going for his third win in a row. Which I admit, I enjoyed getting to laugh at all the idiots last week. All the racist people.
I don't know. All I can say is that I'm just happy Joey Logano fucking spun out or whatever the fuck happened.
What's up, Karen? Boo. No. You're not Pete Rose.
I don't know who Johnny Bench is. No idea.
More like Johnny Bitch, am I right? I don't know if you ever did. You ever watch Ray play Jedi Survivor?
No.
So, and I'm sad because he didn't do the whole game. He platinumed the game, but he said the kind of people that come into your stream and watch a game like that and try to backseat game you are so annoying. So he's like, I'll play this part and then I'm not streaming this game. So Ray played like 7 hours of Jedi Survivor. I wish he would have streamed the rest because it was so goddamn funny. It's one of the funniest Ray streams he's ever done. The fucking laughter fit he had when he found a Force Echo, and it's a woman who found a battle droid from the Clone Wars, and she like fixes it up, and the battle droid wakes up. She says, "Hey, oh, whoa, take it easy. Clone Wars weren't yesterday." And the battle droid goes, "Did we win?" And she goes, "Nope." Oh no. Then there's a battle droid on a cliff, and you're like climbing up, and it goes, "Look at this view. Wow. It's so beautiful. I've got it so easy. Guard the stormtroopers. Look at the scenery. Oh, maybe I'll get promoted for doing such a good job. But if I get promoted, then I won't get to look at the scenery. Now that's a dilemma." And then you can pop up and like slice it in half, and Cal will go, "Dilemma solved." Ray had to pause the game and walk away. And Ray was like, it's like that part in Hitman where you hear the guy on the phone finding out that his cancer's in remission and then you have to kill him. Ray said that's the fucking hardest he's ever laughed. You know, it's like, my cancer's in remission, I'm gonna live. And then you fucking kill him. Horrible. Probably going to 100% Jedi Fallen Order now because it's way easier to 100% than Survivor. I don't know why. I mean, I got close. I had like 93% on Jedi Fallen Order. I'm just going to start over and do it from the beginning and follow somebody's video. I watched a video this morning about the PS4 version of Jedi Survivor they just released. Oof. It's amazing that it runs. The guy was like, this is really impressive that it runs, but it's got some issues because like the frame rate sucks, obviously, because it was really a PS5 game that they've dumbed down to put on PS4. But it's like, props to them for making it work so people that have PS4s can play this now. Because it's playable. It's not like the Switch version of Arkham Knight. I mean, the Switch version of Arkham Knight's playable, but do you really want to?
I don't think playable is the right word.
It's playable.
Are you sure about that? You sure?
Just barely. I bought a Yu-Gi-Oh! Did you see the Yu-Gi-Oh! Game I bought? It's got like 13 Yu-Gi-Oh! Games from the early
like
2000s.
The original,
Yeah.
like, Yu-Gi-Oh game.
I've only been playing World Championship 2005. That's the only one I've been playing because a lot of those old Yu-Gi-Oh games don't even have like the proper rules, and you're not really dueling. I like the ones where you're just straight up dueling. I think Sacred Cards has that. I know 04 has that, and I started playing 05 because I never played 05. Also, just love how rigged the AI is in 04 and 05. They always have a card they can play. They never have a move where it's like, well, I ain't got nothing to play. They always draw something they can play immediately and fuck you. And then you'll have like a hand of like, I can't play any of this. And I had like 3 duels in a row where half my hand was like Buster Blader and Blue Eyes White Dragon. I'm like, well, I can't play those. Why did I conveniently draw those in my hand first thing 3 duels in a row? But then the AI's like, defense mode, defense mode, defense mode, defense. They've always got a fucking monster to play. Always got something. The AI is stupid though. If you activate Dispel on a face down card and it's Magic Jammer, they'll use the Magic Jammer on your Dispel. And I'm like, good, get the Magic Jammer off the. So I was like, I'm gonna keep this Dispel in my deck just to get their fucking Magic Jammers off the field, because they'll stupidly be like, play it. Also, who scheduled NASCAR at 3 and put the IndyCar race at 4? If NASCAR started at 1 and then IndyCar starts at 4:30, you'd be able to watch both races if you were a hardcore fan. But no, if you're hardcore, you got to fucking. The races are going to overlap here in about an hour and a half, so that's really annoying. And both races are on Fox networks, so you think Fox will be able, let's move them apart a little bit. NASCAR should have started at 1, IndyCar at 4:30. And there would still maybe be a little bit of overlap, but not much. Fix Denny Hamlin's hair. He had that haircut for like a month, and he's screaming about that on his podcast. Like, I've had that hair for a month in 2022, and they still haven't updated my fucking picture. Update my fucking picture. He said I was getting a haircut at home. We fucked it up, so I just buzzed my head and showed up to Daytona with a buzzed head. Never again. And they still won't change his fucking picture. If Fox is going to be like, damn, IndyCar's not getting good ratings. Yeah, because you've got it on against NASCAR, which is going to get good ratings. More people are going to watch NASCAR than IndyCar. I like IndyCar, but no disrespect. NASCAR's bigger and always has been. Ty Gibbs has had 2 good weeks in a row.
Yeah.
And look how good he qualified. He qualified 6th.
Yeah, this is pretty much what I expected from Christopher Bell. He was kicking everybody's ass, and now he's shit.
What is with Hocevar's picture?
He looks like a serial killer. I fucking hate that picture.
I was tempted to put a bet on Josh Berry because he did really well in this race last year because the tires were falling off, and that's all he's done his whole career is save tires and the stuff he was racing. Tyler Reddick is so good, but he's got some big weaknesses. He sucks at Bristol, and he sucks at Martinsville, and he sucks at Phoenix. Martinsville and Phoenix are right now the 2 most important tracks because Martinsville's the last race before the championship race, and Phoenix is the championship race.
Ah, fuck you, Joey.
I thought they were going to run that paint scheme they ran at Daytona the whole year. I didn't know they were going to go back to this generic shit. Hey, Caden, I'm not surprised. Stenhouse is good at Bristol. Objectively, Ricky Stenhouse is good at Bristol. We make fun of him a lot, and he sucks most places, but Stenhouse is good at Bristol.
I mean, yeah, he's still probably going to get in everybody's way today.
Yeah.
I mean, he can be good. I mean, his car looks good. I want to drop kick him out of his car and take it.
Qualified second. Let's see if they can keep it up there.
Probably not.
I tell you who's having a really good year. Justin Haley's having a really good year. And Zane Smith is having a really good year, too.
Both of them are randomly doing.
Zane Smith was awful last year. Like, embarrassingly bad to the point where it's like, damn, you're one and done. You're not coming back to Cup. And in the front row, put him in a Cup car. Because he drove the 71 last year. And, God, they were bad. So fucking bad. And I'm like, dude, I know he's better than this because in trucks it was obvious that he was actually good. Like, he was so much better than everybody in trucks. I know trucks is not a high bar, but you can tell who's good and who's not. And Hocevar and Zane Smith, it's like, oh, yeah, they're good. Go ahead and move them up. They're good. They both basically skipped Xfinity and went straight to Cup because it's like, yeah, they're good. Hocevar has been better up until now, but Zane Smith is starting to do really well. Driving for the same team he drove for in trucks, so maybe that makes a lot of sense. Yeah. Chili's. Hocevar's in the Chili's car.
I mean, I'm not going to lie. I do like the Ultimate Smokehouse combo.
And when I see Kyle Busch's Cheddar's car, I think of Ed going, Cheddar! Good Lord, man, when he's eating his bed. Remember when he goes, hey, Kevin, and Kevin grabs Ed and goes, sheepskin seat covers. Wow, he knew what I was going to say. Corey LaJoy's in this race today. I like how that's a really good crowd, but because Bristol's so big, it looks like the place is fucking empty just because Bristol's so big. Look at all them empty seats. Like, never mind, that's probably like 70,000 fucking people there, at least. This is one of the last remnants of NASCAR's boom period. Because during the boom period, it was put seats everywhere, motherfucker, and every track had like 200,000 seats. Richmond used to have seats all the way around about like Bristol.
Oh, God. Well, Richmond used to be really, really good.
And then Bristol was like so popular, put more seats in, and Bristol sold out every year. NASCAR was huge, and then there was kind of a drop off, and now it's like, man, Bristol's fucking empty, nobody goes. It's like, no, people still go. It's just not the '90s when like 300,000 people were showing up. The '90s were just different, and not just the '90s. That went all the way to like 2009. Bristol's streak of just crazy fucking attendance. That's why it looks ridiculous when it's not full.
And then NASCAR had to start fucking with the cars, and that really fucked
Yeah.
Bristol.
Well, first they fucked Bristol itself.
Yeah.
We had to spend years trying to get Bristol back to, decent. Stenhouse right into second from the inside.
I'm interested to see what Bowman does.
Yeah.
Consider, like,
Well, a Hendrick car having clean air is dangerous for everybody,
yes, it is.
no matter which one it is.
But it is Bowman, though.
Yeah. He's quietly been really strong the last year straight.
Yeah, he has been. Yes.
I'm curious to see at what point do the tires fall, if they're going to fall like they did last year.
And then how much are they gonna, fall?
Denny Hamlin kind of predicted he expected old school type Bristol where everybody's going to be fighting to get on the bottom and rooting the other guys out of the way to stay on the very bottom. And maybe the outside will widen out. Ty Gibbs on the outside. I like Allmendinger's car. Allmendinger let Blaney go just to get on the fucking bottom.
Smart. It's too early.
And I think Gibbs and Bell are going to kill their tires doing what they're doing. Allmendinger almost wrecked himself off of 4. When the top's not rubbered in as good, it wears your tires out more.
Oh, AJ got switched around there.
The fact that they're staying this close together is interesting. That looks a lot like last spring. The old Bristol conveyor belt. That's what everybody always said. Bristol looks like a conveyor belt when they all get spread out, and there's lap cars with the leaders, and it's just nonstop all the way around.
Dang, AJ, you were on the bottom, and then you got shuffled out and got shuffled on top. Damn.
His car was pushing off of turn 4, and it was letting people get underneath him. Oh yeah, they sprayed the sticky stuff around the bottom too. And they do that because they're like, because the top line is dominant, but if we can get that bottom line really fast, and then the top line will come in later, it'll be competitive with the two. That's the idea of putting the sticky shit down. Because when they changed Bristol, it made the outside dominant. Bristol used to be you're on the bottom. Now it's like early in the race you're on the bottom, but it usually widens out. Except last spring, because that was just such a weird fucking race, and guys were just terrified running slow on the bottom, trying not to shred their tires. Bristol and NASCAR Thunder 2004 on the PS2. If you suck, just keep it on the bottom. Just fucking park that shit on the bottom. They can't pass you on the outside. I used to do Bristol races on Legend difficulty and be like, ha ha, yeah, okay. But the whole field stacked up right behind me, and I'm just like, nope, I'm on the bottom. I was devastated when they changed Bristol because it made it harder in the later games. It's like, damn it, they can fucking pass everywhere. Kyle Larson's what I like to call the Bristol hipster. He bitches about old Bristol and says it sucks, and he fucking hates it, and that new Bristol's better. Well, that was ballsy.
Ty Gibbs barely.
He was 4th about 5 laps ago.
Yeah. He couldn't get on the bottom.
Stay on the bottom. Oh, Kyle Larson's miserable right now. I get his point. He's like, no, everybody just likes old stupid Bristol where you had to wreck people to win. It's fucking stupid. It's like, yes, it was fun.
Yeah, it was awesome.
I grew up with peak Bristol, man.
Yeah, and I got brought in with me.
Yeah.
It was fucking awesome. Love that shit. And then Martinsville was just a smaller Bristol.
Yeah.
It was even better.
Martinsville's always been one of my favorites. Martinsville and Darlington were always high on my list of favorites. NASCAR's got a boner. Look how close they are together. Because NASCAR has said they don't care if the race is good. They just like the cars to be close together. It's like, because they think they got the Vince Russo, bro, if I'm a casual viewer and I turn on the television, bro, and I see cars close together, bro, I'm watching that race, bro. That's NASCAR's thinking.
No, it's not.
They're looking for the mythical casual viewer that gave up on NASCAR in like 2007. So,
I can speak from experience. Casual viewers like Reds.
yes.
Like dumb shit.
They like action.
Yes.
No, bro. If they see the cars close together, that's all that matters.
I wouldn't have cared about that. I would
Yeah.
have just cared about, all right, who the fuck's about to get dumped?
Somebody's gonna get moved today. I promise
Oh
you.
yeah, absolutely, absolutely.
Look at that. They're all nose to tail. The whole field is nose to tail all the way back,
The old Bristol
glued to the bottom. And nobody wants to move anybody and piss anybody off this early.
Yep.
You don't want to make enemies at Bristol. Not this early.
To be fair, yeah, it is really early. We can't be moving nobody.
I mean, you could just do like Chase did in 2020 and wait till the last lap and just wall the fuck out of Logano, and then after the race, be like,
Oh, you could do that too.
Ty Dillon top 10 again. This is becoming a pattern with Ty Dillon where he'll just show up and run fairly well.
I don't like it.
I think it's interesting.
I want to make fun of it.
Collick's definitely better because him and AJ both run well now.
Yeah.
And AJ was always a road course merchant,
Yep.
but mostly because the teams he drove for weren't very good. I like that snap-on car Cindric has. They changed William Byron's car, the Flames. They changed it. Jesse Love's in his first Cup race. He's pretty good in Xfinity. Driving for the third RCR car has made a comeback part-time.
And he's got a good sponsor.
Uh,
C4.
I like Jesse Love.
I like C4. It's not
I
bad.
hate that he's stuck driving for RCR, but they're good. RCR's good in Xfinity. You see how bad they've been with Kyle Busch and Austin Dillon and Cup. Xfinity, they're fucking awesome. They're just as good as anybody. But their Cup shit needs some goddamn work. Because I know Kyle Busch is one of the best I've ever seen at Bristol. And he hasn't run worth a goddamn since going to RCR at Bristol.
No, he hasn't. Really hasn't ran worth a day.
Ooh, Reddick!
Oh!
I thought he had a tire going down. He was the first guy last year to bust his ass in this race.
He held on to it, though.
Because they weren't sure how the tires were going to wear, so he fucking stayed out on old tires and spun within the first 2 laps. There was like an early caution. He stayed out. Everybody pitted. Whoop, around he went. Just loose. Woo. Once they get to some lap cars and guys have to start running the top will probably get rubbered in more. Because lap cars are going to have to get out of the way and go somewhere. Although, we are about 30 laps in at Bristol, and Bowman's not even close to catching a lap car. That is crazy.
Yeah.
You will always catch lap cars 15 to 20 laps in.
Yep.
But with this era of NASCAR, everybody's so competitive, it takes longer to get to lap traffic. And Denny's starting to struggle. I ain't going to cut him slack. He's won the last 2 weeks. And he's won 2 of the last 3 Bristol races, and he's won the last 2 races, period. I'm not cutting him a break at all.
Denny's going to get a bunch of middle.
I bet Christopher Bell might let him in.
Maybe if he can.
But I don't think Justin Haley's going to be so nice. WWE puts up their list of the top 25 title changes in WrestleMania history. Let's go through it. Kane squashes Chavo Guerrero for the ECW title at WrestleMania 24. That's number 25. Number 24, Braun Strowman and Nicholas win the tag team titles at WrestleMania 34.
That was okay.
Number 23, Rob Gronkowski wins the 24/7 championship at WrestleMania 36. Number 22, Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn beat the Usos at Mania 39. That could be higher. That could arguably be higher.
Yeah.
Naomi wins women's title at WrestleMania 33. It was her hometown. It was a nice moment. She's doing great right now. I think there's big things for her because she's gonna have to carry Jade Cargill, but if she pulls that off, they're gonna be like, ooh, you're worthy of a push, and she's a good heel. Number 20, John Cena beats The Rock at WrestleMania 29. No. Number 19, the Hardys come back and win the tag belt at WrestleMania 33 in a ladder match. That was cool. WrestleMania 28, Sheamus beats Daniel Bryan in 12 seconds.
I'll never forget that. Wasn't good though. I'll just never
Number
forget.
17, Rhea Ripley beats Charlotte at WrestleMania 39.
Yes, yes.
Number 16, Damian Priest cashes in on Drew McIntyre at WrestleMania 40. That could be higher.
Yeah,
Number 15, Triple H beats Chris Jericho at WrestleMania 18.
that was a good
Good
match.
match. It was just so overshadowed by Rock and Hogan. And Jericho, to his credit, the day of the show was going, please don't make us go on after Rock and Hogan. Let them go last. And Triple H, no, I'm going to go on last. Triple H threw a fit about not going on last. So, you got what you wanted, Hunter. I bet you he regrets it now.
Probably.
WrestleMania 6, Warrior beats Hogan. That's number 14. Uh, Number 13, Rey Mysterio wins world title at WrestleMania 22.
Yeah.
Number 12, Ricky Steamboat wins Intercontinental title at WrestleMania 3. Number 11, Bianca Belair beats Becky Lynch. Fucking amazing ass fucking match. Oh, wait, no, this is 30. Oh, wait, no, this is when she beat Sasha Banks. Amazing fucking match.
Oh, okay.
Randy Savage wins the tournament for the championship at WrestleMania 4.
Yeah. Yeah.
Number 9, Sami Zayn beats Gunther for the Intercontinental title. Number 8, Kofi Kingston beats Daniel Bryan for the WWE title at WrestleMania 35. Number 7, Daniel Bryan wins the Undisputed title at WrestleMania 30. Number 6, Shawn Michaels beats Bret Hart at WrestleMania 12.
Another classic.
I call, because the match sucked and he was already. Roman Reigns unifies the championships over Brock Lesnar in a shit match at WrestleMania 38. Number 5. Number 4, Becky Lynch beats Charlotte and Ronda Rousey. She was over like fucking Rover, and people were begging for it. Number 3, Steve Austin beats Shawn Michaels WrestleMania 14. Number 2, Seth Rollins cashes in on Brock Lesnar and Roman Reigns at WrestleMania 31. Number 1, Cody finishes his story. I agree with most of that list. I would just move things up and down. The only ones I don't agree with is like, who gives a fuck about Kane and Rob Gronkowski?
Yep.
No, I mean, not that we don't give a fuck about Kane, but wow, you won the ECW title in 8 seconds. Good for you. And we have a new leader. It's Kyle Larson. Oh boy. Here we go again. He finished second in the truck race, won the Xfinity race, and here he is leading this one. Justin Haley's. Okay. Where the fuck did this Justin Haley shit come from?
I don't know.
We've made it 45 laps, and I ain't heard nobody bitch about tires. I know they've fallen off a bit, but nobody's bitching like last year. But when I saw Justin Haley pull out and pass Bowman and Hamlin, I said, are they backing off and he's driving hard?
Could be.
Look at lap times. Larson's best lap was a 15.8. He's running 16 zeros and 16 ones now, so that's 3 tenths. Yeah, there's only 2 or 3 tenths of fall off right now after 45 laps, 47 laps. That's a lot more manageable than last year, where it was like 1 second of fall off after like 10 laps. And Larson's going to catch some lap traffic. It's crazy that we're like almost 50 laps in and they ain't caught the tail end. Why does William Byron suck today?
Good question.
That's weird. Bubba started 23rd. He's up to 15th. Chase started outside the top 20. He's 18th. So there's some guys moving forward. Gibbs is back in the top 10. He was 14th a little while ago. Starting to think, though, I think the Bristol spring race will be the one to go to, because the night race is obviously not as hard on tires because it's cooler. You remember that behind the scenes clip of WrestleMania 34 where, oh shocker, another WrestleMania with a bad Brock Lesnar Roman Reigns match, but The finish was supposed to be Roman winning, and Vince got so scared of the negative reaction he changed it the day of Brock wins. And even I, who didn't want to see Roman win, was like, "Well, this don't make no fucking sense because you've obviously set him up to win. Why is he fucking losing?"
It was just back and forth, Roman, Brock.
And after the match, there's the clip of Lesnar coming back through the curtain. He looks at Vince and fucking chucks the goddamn belt
that's
at
what
him.
you're talking
Yeah.
about. Yeah.
Lesnar was like, "Are you fucking kidding me?" Threw that damn
Just
belt at him.
slung it
And
at
Vince goes, "Asshole!" It's like, yeah, get up, Vince. They said Vince was going to try to get up and go fight him.
Okay.
Oh, please do, Vince.
Uh-huh.
Asshole! And I remember Roman Reigns bled like a motherfucker in that match. And Matthew compared it. Matthew of Botchamania said, "You know how when an airplane knows they're going to crash, they dump all the fuel out of the plane?" And he points at Roman bleeding. We know this match is going to suck, so just bleed. It'll look good. Hey, there's the tail end of the field. 58 laps in, he's just now catching lap cars. That still blows my mind. Go Justin Haley.
Apparently, Bowman's car is not as good as Larson's.
Yeah.
Or Larson's just better at Bristol.
Or maybe it's a skill issue, yeah. It's a skill issue. I really like that they had McIntyre do a real glass spot on a car windshield in London, and then they have CM Punk walk by and go, because Drew's like they're going, and Punk's like, fucking hilarious. And then Drew actually got a real piece of glass in his eye, which is hilarious because of all the shit he was giving Punk about what you bitching about real glass for. That is why. I love that just validates. That's why Punk was like, "Don't use real glass, you fucking morons. You got a piece of glass in your fucking eye or somebody else's eye, you idiots." I don't know if you know this, but wrestling's fake. Like, let's not use real glass.
That's why you use prop glass.
The whole thing still drives me crazy because, like, it wasn't Punk going, "Hey, you, don't use real glass." It was Tony Schiavone. It was the producers. And they just go,
It was all the guys who were trying to tell Jack, "Dude, don't use real glass," and they sent Punk to go.
Punk, who was also a producer and an agent, and they're just like, "You're our last resort. Will you talk to him?"
And Punk was like, "Yeah, sure, I'll go try." And then Perry just turned into a total ass.
Well, the first talk they had, Punk says it was like really nice because he was like, "Hey man, they wanted me to talk to you. Here's the deal. Like we can't be doing that. I'm sorry, but we'll figure something else out." And he said, Jack was like, "That's cool. Two-faced little fucking bastard."
Just
So,
like the Young Bucks.
yeah.
Because they're two-faced assholes.
It's like he was their last resort of like, "Can you talk to him? Because you're one of the guys. You're one of the wrestlers. Maybe he'll like listen to you."
Yeah.
No, because everybody in AEW knows better than you. They all know better.
Sure do.
Somebody posted on Twitter, "Define aura in wrestling," and Drew McIntyre replied with a video of Damian Priest going, "Ah!" in front of the bloodline. Remember the bloodline and Judgment Day had their big face off, and Priest just goes, "Ah!" and you can see Jimmy Uso and Jay going, trying not to laugh but look all mean, and Drew put that as, "Yeah, that's aura." Drew's such an asshole. Define aura. I saw a video of him and Sheamus. They were going to talk to that wrestling club that you've probably heard about, where the kids all watch wrestling or whatever.
I think so.
And the kids were watching a show, and Drew and Sheamus are walking down the hall to go surprise the kids, and apparently Roman's on screen, and the kids start going OTC, OTC, and Drew goes and turns around and goes to walk off, and Sheamus goes, "Where the fuck are you going?" And Drew goes, "Yeah, Roman's a fucking babyface now, huh? Oh yeah, that's how he becomes a face. He leaves for 6 months and comes back, he's a babyface. Yeah, he was like actually mad. It's fucking stupid." Yeah, that's your for him now. All he did was leave and come back. Apparently, Drew's angry because he was lobbying to make it a fatal four way with him, Punk, Rollins, and Roman, which could work. But it's kind of WrestleMania 2000, too many cooks in the kitchen kind of thing. So they settled for the triple threat and they put him with Priest, and I'm like, no disrespect to Priest because he's fucking awesome. This is beneath Drew McIntyre for the work he's fucking done for the last 2 years. He does. My thoughts was maybe do Cena, Gunther, Cody, Punk, Roman, Drew, because Roman and Drew have a long term thing that's been built, and then all of a sudden they just drop that. So I see Drew's frustration of like, come the fuck on, like why did we drop this? But he did turn around and say, he said there's also a story with him and Priest, because like it's 1 year since Priest fucked him over and cashed in on him, so and it's gonna be a street fight, which I was begging for him. Like, please don't make it a normal match, make it a street fight. Bubba's fast. I like that car too.
Yeah,
That's
pretty car.
pretty nice. Looking at lap times again. Best lap. Larson's best lap is a 15:72. Last lap he ran a 16:0, so still only about 3 tenths. Justin Haley's got the fastest lap of the race, it looks like.
That's crazy.
I'm, I think I'm looking at it right now. He had a faster lap than Larson at one point. What'd you miss? Justin Haley's really fast, but Larson's dominating, and Hamlin passed Haley for second now. Um, Bubba's got a good car. He started 25th. He's up to 13th. The tires aren't falling off anywhere close to what they were last year. We're 85 laps in, and there's only about 3 tenths of fall off. Ho, 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 Ozempic. Legal methamphetamine? No. Legal coke because it makes you skinny? We get to watch The Last of Us Season 2 tonight. It's weird being excited for a show where you already know what's going to happen because you played the game. But I'm looking forward to the show.
I can't wait for Tuesday because I'm waiting on more Daredevil Born Again.
Oh, I haven't been watching that.
It is so good.
I need to watch it.
If because like I didn't watch the Daredevil like show they were doing, but the actor for Daredevil he's really really good.
Yeah.
So, oh, Born Again is just so good. Oh, love it.
I got a bone to pick with people because I love Io and I love Bianca and I love Rhea. I love them all three equally. Why is Bianca the one getting booed? She earned the right to be in the fucking match. Is just because people love Rhea that much that they're gonna boo Bianca no matter
I
what?
guess.
Because I see people going, "Oh, everybody's showing how racist they really are." I'm like, no, I think it's just people fucking love Rhea so much. So even though Rhea's in the wrong, people are gonna. It's like the Liv Morgan thing. How was Liv the heel? Liv was a good guy. That storyline started because Rhea was a heel and injured. Liv was hurt, and they wrote it to where Rhea hurt her. And like, remember they broke up, they were tag team, and then Rhea hurt her, and then Liv came back in her revenge tour thing, and she was a babyface. How'd she become the bad guy? Rhea's the one that fucking fucked her over to start this shit. And then all of a sudden it turns around, oh, poor Rhea, she got kicked out of the Judgment Day, and Dom left her. I'm like, she hurt Liv. The whole Liv Morgan revenge tour was she was a babyface trying to get revenge on heel Rhea Ripley, and then somehow it flips around, and now Liv's the fucking asshole. She's great at it, but it's still weird to me that it's like
Because Rhea's just that
people love Rhea, and I like obviously I fucking love Rhea. It's like damn it, and now they're booing Bianca, and it's like Bianca's right. She won the Elimination Chamber. It ain't her fault you fucking lost to Io Sky. Tough shit, and Rhea just pitches a fit and gets in the match. Io Sky kicked the shit out of Rhea Ripley on Monday. I don't know if you saw
really?
it. Oh, because like they fucking throw her out of the ring, and then Bianca and Rhea are about to fucking square off. Io comes flying in with a missile drop kick, and Rhea just gets fucking smashed into Bianca. Big fucking bruise on her face. I was like, good God.
Yeah, I seen it. I wasn't sure like if it was like a particularly hard bump or anything.
Yeah, it was just her crashing into Bianca.
Ouch.
And I'm like, that's not the first time Rhea has literally hurt her own face by throwing it into people. Because when she does that fucking headbutt, she's really fucking laying it in on their like shoulder, chest area. Good year? No, the worst. I would like heel Bianca. She's got the personality for it. I love heel Naomi. Like I've never cared. Like I understand Naomi's like a good wrestler. Never go fuck about her. These heel promos she's doing, I'm like, damn, she got some fucking personality. She's actually able to show personality instead of I dance and wear flashy clothes. That's why I just never gave a fuck about her. I'm like, yes, she's a good wrestler. I get that, but I don't care. For the record, if I was going to bet today, I would have bet on Blaney, but he's only running eighth, so I'm glad I saved my money. They did a dark match in Europe. It was the Judgment Day versus Punk, Ray, and Cody. And before the match, like they're all yelling at each other, and like Punk goes like that, and then Raquel like rips her bandana off, goes storming, and Punk goes, "Ugh," and Punk like runs away and hides behind Cody, and he's like, "Back up!" And then they keep interfering in the match, and the ref finally catches them, and the ref's gonna throw them out of the match because it's Raquel Liv outside the ring, and the ref goes, "You're," and he does a fucking cartwheel backflip out of here, and Raquel goes, "Ah!" And then Liv starts like pitching a fit, and Punk's going, "Get out, get out!" And Raquel has to like pick Liv up and carry her away, and Punk's like following him up the ramp, going, "Get the fuck out of here!" They were just being goofy because it was a fucking dark match. He did a fucking cartwheel and a backflip and said, "You're out of here." Punk was fucking losing it, dude. Because he didn't know he was going to do that shit. And Punk is like on his knees outside the ring just losing it. And then him and Liv start screaming at each other. Joey Logano is getting lapped. Damn, Joey Logano is 26, one lap down.
I am loving every second.
At one of his best racetracks, pretty much. I'm pretty sure that match is on YouTube. I saw a lot of the dark matches and house show stuff from Europe. Because Punk was wrestling every fucking day of the European tour. Well, that's about to change, I think, Mike. What happened here? Yee! And then he gets mad and tries to run Byron up the track. Who all was in it? It was Carlito, Dom, and Finn versus Punk, Ray, and Cody. And Liv and Raquel were at ringside. It just looks so nice outside. I kind of wish I was there because most races you were going to burn your asshole up, but here it's actually looks pretty nice. It's a lovely day. Ryan Priest is the last car in the lead lap. He's had a really good year till today. Joey's gonna if Joey stays close enough, he will ram Larson out of the way to get that lap back right at the last second. If he can stay close, Joey's not just gonna sit there and take a free pass. He's gonna try to get his lap back. Oh, host of ours, fifth. Man, it's so funny how Spire Motorsports gets rid of Corey LaJoy and suddenly they're good.
Yeah.
That's not a coincidence. Priest getting in front of Larson is doing Joey a lot of favors. Like I said, if Joey's close enough, he's going to do something. Oh, Priest had a bad corner. That's it. That's a wrap. Oh, and Priest doesn't really like Larson much. They've got a little bit of history. A little bit. In the past, he's been very angry at Larson. I think Bristol Dirt Race, they got really pissed at each other. And now, here we go, because he's got fucking 71 in front of him, making him tight. So now Priest is on the outside, and Priest has nobody in front of him. And you know, when somebody's right in front of you, it makes your car get taut. Dylan said he's on his way. Denny Hamlin's catching these guys, too. Please let Logano stay behind Larson. I want to see what Logano's going to do to try to get his lap. Now Priest moves up because he sees Larson move up. I think Larson tricked him there, though. Larson's like, I'm going to run high, and then fucking swoops to the bottom. Still can't clear him, though. And Hamlin's coming. Larson finally passed Priest. So now Priest is the free pass. Until he passes McDowell here, maybe. Two to go. Logano picked up a little bit there, but it's not going to be enough. Yep, now McDowell's the free pass. So you're watching the race for the lead and the race for the free pass at the same time. One to go. Priest, what are you going to do to get this free pass spot? I feel like Priest will get it. He's a little faster. At least Larson got away from Logano because I know Logano was going to try something. Race for the free pass. That's okay, Fox. We don't need to see it. I'm pretty sure it was Priest, but we couldn't see.
Yeah.
Okay. Thank you, Fox. I mean, you could have shown us instead of zooming in on the guy who's got the big lead in the stage win. Like, we get it. NASCAR on Fox moment number. God, I'm thirsty. Here's another Ed and Eddie quote. Banana. Yellow is for banana. You are a banana. I can't remember what Double D said, but also, I just realized we're 125 laps in, and I didn't turn on Max to look at onboard cameras. So let me rectify that situation. Let me quote the Green Goblin. I am going to rectify certain iniquities. What are you, some kind of man liker? There we go. You know why I forgot? Because it's been 2 weeks since I was at the race last week. And I was like, oh, yeah, onboard cameras on Max. Kind of. I should download the PS4 version of Jedi Survivor and play it too, just to see how janky it is. I can't remember the last time I played something on my PS4. I just use it for like TV if I need something on the second screen. My PS4 is a glorified cable box. Sign into PlayStation. Oh, goody. Oh, it's got a system software update. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Yeah. Download that Max fucking. Shout out to PS4 for still getting updates.
Yeah. My Xbox One still does.
I'll never forget it. And it was 2015. I turn on my PS3 and I'm gonna play some GTA 4 multiplayer. See what's going on. It says new update for GTA 4, and I went, 2015 GTA 4 got a patch, and it was just for like minor shit. That would be like turning on a PS3 and seeing an update for Arkham Asylum now. It'd be like, excuse me. Baseball stuff. Hey, look, it's the worst play-by-play announcer in history. Don't watch the Truck Series.
Yeah, I've never cared for Jamie Little.
In the truck races now, they make her the fucking lead announcer. Oh, so fucking bad. You just don't like her because she's a woman. No, I don't like her because she sucks.
Only because Carl Edwards retired.
Daniel Hemrick still races trucks. He does backflips when he wins. Trouble is, he's only ever won 2 races, so you forget that he's won one Xfinity race and one truck race. Now, the Xfinity race he won him the championship. That's like the craziest one-hit wonder I've ever seen. He was good enough all year to make the Final Four, and then he fucking body slammed Cindric on the last lap, kind of ran him up the track and won the championship. So yeah, he's done 2 backflips. So when he does, it's like, oh yeah, he does backflips. Bubba's team, Hamlin's team, Suarez's team being that fast, and they ain't got shit to show for it. Gibbs' team also ain't got shit to show for it. Busher's having a mid-year. You got all the Hendrick cars in the top 10 of best pit crews. Now I'll see how they come off pit road before I decide who we're going with.
Right now, it's showing Corey LaJoy, and I think maybe we should ride with him.
And 30th. Get to see the leaders a lot if you ride with Corey.
Yeah, true.
Larson, Hamlin, Justin Haley, Alex Bowman, Hocevar, then Ty Gibbs. Let's go to Justin Haley. I'm going to watch Justin Haley's on board. I was about to tell Dylan, make sure you bring chips and dips and prostitutes. That's a GTA 5 line because Trevor's planning the Merriweather heist, and Floyd's like, Wade says, Floyd doesn't think it's best if we meet at the condo, so I was thinking we could tell him it's the perfect place and that we need chips and dips and prostitutes. You arrested my African American friend for a minor infraction? The LSPD disgusts me. We have minority quotas. Yeah, your Notstick's got a minority quota. Wait, no. Now, if I could get a VR camera of this, I would sit here all day. Why do these cars sound so like they're about to break down when they're going really slow? I don't have anybody to go see Metallica with at the end of May. If you were able to drive, I'd buy your ticket if you wanted to go. They're at Bank of America Stadium, I think, on May 31st. Going to Las Vegas in November.
That's going to be an experience.
Kiss Cruise on Land, we're calling it. Because that's literally all it is. Yeah, it's fucking loud, bro. Those are some really strong cables to support that video screen hanging over the racetrack. I remember the first time I saw that, I was like, glad I'm not in the infield. Yeah, because Talladega's in 2 weeks. There's an off week. On the off week, Xfinity and Trucks race at Rockingham, and then the week after that, Talladega. So, yeah, you'll be able to come for Talladega.
Oh yeah, that's gonna be
Josh Dale, the guy's got two first names.
good. Yes, he does.
And his crew chief is Kinky Kelly and the Sexy Stud. Hey, Freddie fucking Mercury, where the fuck's Kelly? Right here. But this donkey's a dude. Kelly can be a guy's name too. And then Randall goes, he just shrugs it off and goes, then he goes and sits down. Due to some confusion, I don't think there's going to be any chicks. Well, who's going to blow the donkey? For we are but thieves. What the hell is a butt thief? That's my favorite joke in Clerks 3. The whole movie. And then, again, Elias is saying the same prayer in front of Dante, and Dante hasn't heard it yet. And Elias says, and the Lord said, for we are but thieves. And you see Dante go, he's like, butt thieves. I like what Randall names Elias in his movie script, Friar Fuck. All right, Hamlin, give him a hard time. Well, too late.
My God.
Larson's gone again, guys.
Hamlin, the fuck did
That was just Larson being really good. And I think the outside launch is a little better. You want to run on the bottom, but when you restart, being on the outside's not bad if you're on the first two rows. Whoa. Damn. Justin Haley second. Hamlin went from second to fourth. Well, he forced his way under Hocevar. He'll probably get third back. Oh! I knew Hocevar was going to try to shut the door on Bowman. Bowman let him in. Lucky for Hocevar. There's a lot of guys that wouldn't let Hocevar in because he's pissed off a lot of people. He is kind of public enemy number one now. Oh! Now, I think somebody might have stopped in front of Brad. Well, okay. Nah, Brad's just kind of holding him up. Chase Elliott has no patience. With the old car, that would have probably been a spin. You really got to hit somebody hard in these to. get them around.
Yeah, because these cars are tanks.
Yeah. And they're just gripped to fuck with wide fucking tires. So yeah, Chase is like, get out of my way. Oh, actually, yeah, okay, initially Bubba caused it. Bubba tried to swing down to the bottom and not let them get underneath him. And then Chase didn't appreciate getting brake checked, so he hit Brad again. Goddamn Bubba! All that I heard at Darlington last week. I thought you people deserve to watch Denny Hamlin win. I love that Chastain's driving the flannel Bush car. Stenhouse is pissed because Briscoe moved him out of the way, and Stenhouse will hit you back. Good Briscoe got a gap. He needs one. I think Stenhouse thought about trying to hook him and then remembered, oh yeah, you get in deep shit if you do that. Hey, at least you can still move people at Bristol if you really want to. Stenhouse is trying to get back underneath him and hit him back. But if you right hook somebody, you're probably getting a vacation. And Stenhouse does not want to miss Talladega. Two-time Talladega winner, Ricky Stenhouse, does not want to miss Talladega. Damn, a 15.3. In the first stage, his best lap was like a 15.7. So he's getting faster. Oh, my dad just said he's down for Metallica. Cool, I'll get to go see Metallica. And I might just I might fly myself to Atlanta and catch that show too. Because I can fly to Atlanta, Uber to the show, Uber back to the airport and come home. Don't have to pay for a hotel. I might do that. And that's like 4 days after the Charlotte show. Because I want to see Metallica at least twice while they're around. Because they disappear for a couple years at a time. Guys are starting to get impatient. They see what it's going to take to fucking pass somebody. It's like ASMR. Ryan, you are a naughty chef. I am a naughty chef. Look at the way the grease strips down the breast. And I like Gavin goes, can we stop now?
And he was the one who initiated it.
The animated adventure, it's got Michael and Ryan around Gavin. We're like, can we stop now?
Fucking Jeff's like, you guys gotta stop, I can't take it.
Cave Bob Sponge Man, that's still an all-timer. 20 minutes later, Ray just goes, Cave Bob Sponge Man. And they're all laughing again. Cave Bob Sponge Man. RCR, Richard Childress just needs to sell his fucking team if he comes to Bristol and runs 22nd with Kyle Busch. Larson is at the tail end of the field. Bristol's always been a track where there will be like 2 or 3 drivers that just fucking own it. When I was little, it was Rusty Wallace, Dale Earnhardt. And then Jeff Gordon came along. But Jeff Gordon was good at it. Was so weird. It's like, man, Jeff Gordon's really good here. It's like, yeah, he's good everywhere. Certain drivers just are. And
Yes.
Gordon was one of them. But like Dale Earnhardt, Rusty Wallace, Jeff Gordon, Kurt Busch came along, and he was the fucking man at Bristol. From like 2002 to 2010, Kurt Busch was the fucking man. And in that time, Kyle got just as good. So it was Kyle and Kurt at Bristol. Kyle Busch, Kurt Busch, Carl Edwards. And then Denny Hamlin got really strong at Bristol. And then Kevin Harvick. And now it's fucking Kyle Larson. By halfway through this race, the top line will be good. Change his picture. How the fuck do you only do 32 damage? Because I'm the left arm of the Forbidden One, Jeff. Idiot, zoom in. You can't zoom in. Yeah, you can. When he realizes you can't. You can't zoom in. Yeah, you can. Oh, Jack, if you aim at the ground and shoot it, you can rocket jump. Okay. And Jack blows himself up. And Ray takes his weapon. Oh, we got a wreck. Van- Vangisbergen or I think Vangisbergen got loose under Hamlin or vice versa. I couldn't quite tell. Because Fox saw the wreck and said, let's cut the fuck over here and look at something else. He's having a tough year.
Yes, he is.
Just get to them road courses in about a month and a half.
But this is what is going to happen to him since he's just got to learn on these
Yeah.
tracks.
Oh, it wasn't Hamlin. It was Vangisbergen under Cody Shane Ware, it looked like. For some reason I thought it was Hamlin. Look out, Denny. Woo. Hocevar passed Denny.
Yes, he did. Oh, shit!
You should see the wreck that happened in the Xfinity race yesterday. Dumbass Dean Thompson spins Sheldon Creed for no fucking reason in the first stage, and Creed's car stopped off of turn 4. You can't see coming around that corner. Wham! Brendan Poole comes by, rips the car in half. Like the whole right side of the car no longer exists. It's gone. Yeah, it was bad. One car before him missed Sheldon Creed by that much, and then Poole came by dead sideways trying to miss him. Shredded the fucking right side of the car. The roll cage was left on the right side, but you could see Brendan Poole in his car. Everybody's going to pit here. This race has been the Food City 500 since before I was born. I love how certain race names never change.
It's Food City.
I was there. Wow, Larson stayed out. Larson, Haley, and Hamlin and Hersevar stayed out. Honestly, I would have probably stayed out. I thought everybody would pit, but I kind of agree with staying out if you're up front. I'm reading subtitles on this Triple H interview. He's talking about Punk, and he didn't say what it was. He said, since Punk came back, we've had a couple of creative issues with him where he wasn't happy. And I was like, and Triple H said, creative told him something, and they come back to me and said, he doesn't like it. And Hunter's like, well, I'll go talk to him. We're friends now. And he says, I go to Punk, and I'm like, hey, and he wouldn't say what the thing was. I'm sure it had something to do with Logan Paul. How much you want to bet it was something to do with Logan Paul? And Triple H goes to him, what's up, man? And he said, Punk was like, look, it's fine. And Hunter's like, look, I know you. I know you don't like this, so fucking tell me what you don't like. And he said, Punk was like, all right. And Punk just fucking went off. It was like, blah, 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 blah. He said they obviously worked it out. There's no problem. But I think it's funny that it's like, yep, Punk's still Punk. He's happy and everything, but he's still going to be like, no, this is stupid kind of guy. Triple H said the difference between 2012 and now was that he would, back then he'd be like, I don't like it. And then he wouldn't talk to you, and Triple H wouldn't want to talk to him. He's like, well, now we just talk. So it's a lot easier now. If he doesn't like something, it's fine.
Well, it's good that they hashed out their
I'm just curious what it was. Is it Logan Paul or something? Was it something about that? Did Austin Dillon lose a wheel? Yep. Oh no, it was John Hunter Nemechek. The wheel bolt ended up. Oh my god, dude! That's why they penalize guys so harshly when wheels come off. I'm sure Suarez went. What the fuck was that?
What was that? Hitting
I saw the lug nut end up in Austin Dillon's pit box, and then the wheel come off in Nemechek's car.
At least it was still in the
Yeah, it's less of a penalty. They're still going to hold him for 2 laps. I think. I think that's the penalty. Tire comes off on the track. Your crew chief's going home, and the tire changer's going home too, probably. I can't remember if they still suspend crew chiefs or if it's just the tire changer now. But it's a harsh penalty. Because if that had hit that crew guy, it wouldn't have killed him, but it would have hurt like a motherfucker. And double check the date on the Metallica show. Would have really sucked if it hit somebody in the head. Good thing it hit the most durable part of the race car, the fucking ass end. Caden, at this point, whether we need the single lug or not, NASCAR will never say they were wrong. No. You get no more horsepower, you will have single lug wheels, and you will like it. Because NASCAR's never wrong.
Even those single lug wheels are fucking stupid.
It's a safety hazard to me because the wheels come off a lot easier.
Oh yeah.
When you had the multiple lugs, you have some more, hey, this fucking wheel's loose. It's going to come off in a little while. Hey, look, Larson's leading. The top 12 stayed out. Hey, Alex Bowman's back. Whoa, AJ!
Whoa.
Yeah. Ah! Oh, that's crazy. Oh, AJ. That worked out good for Blaney. And Blaney is on fresh tires as well. Dutch Boy just makes me think of the Berries and Cream Starburst commercial. Berries. Berries and what else? Bubba, be careful with this idiot. Can't wait for the Food City banner to come off and bring out a debris caution. Calling that for later. It's a shame he finished second in the truck race. I'm gonna switch to Blaney and see if he starts moving forward. Justin Haley's a weird looking dude.
Yes, he is.
Ryan Blaney and Casey Kane could start a podcast on being the best looking drivers in NASCAR history. I like bearded Blaney. He's real pretty. Oh, motherfucker. Do this now. On the Hotel Charlotte. Choose your dates. May 31st. At least we've had a couple of good years of weather at the Spring Bristol race. It felt like for a decade this race always got rained on.
How's your asshole doing, Suarez?
Fuck me. Wah, wah, wah. Charlie Brown's teacher in the booth. Damn, Bill was really loose there. Why did I just think of Santino saying John Cena, a Baptista? He had Batista losing it on Raw one time doing this shit. Baptista. Oh no, are the AEW fans going to turn on Jericho because he didn't know he was being recorded? And he said he would love to go back to WWE tomorrow. I'm like, of course you would, man. Like, I don't blame you. Oh, Dylan's finally here.
I mean, yeah, but I'm not going to.
Anthony's literally the kind of guy to go, oh yeah, I'm black.
Yes.
WWE would never book you on a PLE, huh?
Yeah, I know. I'm tired of seeing that shit.
I know.
I fucking,
Triple H is racist. He'll beat the black motherfucker. The New Day, Bianca, Naomi, and Jade all have matches at WrestleMania. Shut the fuck up.
and the Street Profits are tag team champions.
Yes. No. NXT's dominated by black dudes. No, they fucking hate WWE. Hates black people. WWE hates black people. Fuck off and shut the fuck up. Like, it's obviously not fucking true.
Yes. Drives me crazy seeing it.
Booker T was telling people, shut the fuck up with that shit. Like, you don't know what the fuck you're talking about. Yeah, but Carmelo Hayes loses a lot. He's young.
He's young and he's really not that good.
I like Carmelo, but
I mean, he's good in the ring, but he doesn't give you nothing else beyond.
no, WWE's racist. Is that why Damian Priest is like one of the most featured fucking guys in the company? Stop. It's you know why they let Swerve and Bobby Lashley go? Big fucking whoop. Bobby didn't want to stay.
Yeah, I know.
well,
Right?
well, he's only half. Right, The Rock is literally black.
Yeah, he's,
No, WWE hates white people.
Rock is literally black.
No, WWE hates white people.
See, I keep wanting to say like, oh, Jay is Roman Reigns, but I remember out there just
They're Samoan.
Rock.
They ain't white.
Right?
No, it's not white. Oh, wait, you said right.
Yeah, I said right.
Blaney's on like 50 lap fresher tires and only made it up to ninth. Haley and Hocevar have been fifth or better the whole race. Haley just now fell out of the top five for the first time.
Gibbs.
Yeah.
Bowman running second. Briscoe eighth.
At the beginning of the race, Bowman was, he was on
He
pole.
qualified. Yeah, that's not good.
No, WWE hates black people. Look at the fucking 35 desperately trying to block Larson.
Hey, listen. New Day has been around, or was around a lot longer than I really.
And they're getting a fucking WrestleMania match. Well, he's just doing that because he heard people said he doesn't like black people. That's what they're going to say now.
I remember after like a 4-year hiatus, I seen New Day, and I'm like, damn, y'all were still around. And that was like 2021.
CM Punk was on Sheamus' YouTube channel and they were working out together. And Sheamus mentioned something about how hard it is being pale. And CM Punk goes, oh, yes, the plot of the Caucasian male. And Punk's like, we have it so bad.
Oh, Sheamus really does. They cannot shine the spotlight on that motherfucker.
And through the whole episode, it was the day after Punk's cage match with Rollins. So the fact that he's in the gym working out hard is pretty impressive. That was a hard fucking match. And Punk was like, by the way, I don't know if you know this, I was in a cage last night. And he looks at the camera. And then later, Sheamus goes, I heard you were in a cage match last night. And Punk's like, yeah, did you know I was in a cage match last night?
So is Larson going to break a record for the most laps led in a weekend?
I wonder what that record is. Probably Kyle Busch probably already has that.
But Bristol run, like he led almost 300 yesterday.
Yeah.
Plus today. Ain't many tracks that even have that many laps.
I bet you Kyle Busch has that record.
The Bristol's
Probably does.
And it was probably at Bristol. WWE hates black. I'm so fucking over that shit.
I am too.
Well, even if you call them racist, it's not really about white people, because it's like we say Samoans, it's Russians, it's
Damian Priest is Puerto Rican.
yeah, it's
Yeah.
just generally foreign people.
Vince was the one that didn't like foreign people.
Yep, got an Australian or two.
Irish. I mean, it's like
Drew McIntyre, Scottish. Like, come on.
Oh yeah, did you see the spear Braun hit on Monday? You saw it, didn't you?
Yeah, I've been. Oh my goodness.
I thought he broke his own neck when he did that.
I mean, that used to be how that's how Bobby Lashley kind of hits his spears. Good Lord, Braun. And you know when Braun does, he runs at about.
well, good thing
30 miles an
WWE's
hour.
racist, so we never had to worry about Bobby Lashley.
Exactly.
Stephanie Vaquer says when she was negotiating with WWE, she asked for a certain amount of money, and WWE said, I'm sorry, we can't afford that, but good luck at AEW. But then Shawn Michaels stepped in and was like, no, sign her. According to her, she said Shawn Michaels was like, nope, get me her. She got a great ass. Shawn Michaels going to sign everybody with a great ass.
Yes.
NXT is just a gold mine of like, well, she's got a great ass. She can't work, but she's got a great ass.
Yeah. It gets
Not wrong.
Like, I'm sorry, every woman in NXT is just fucking stacked.
That's what it feels like.
Like, every goddamn one of them.
Except for like Julia, that's it.
Yeah, and she's fucking gorgeous.
Yeah, she's pretty. It's
Yeah.
just like, good God. Like,
She ain't no Lola Voss or Jada Parker or Stephanie Vaquer or Roxanne Perez.
Roxanne, it's sneaky on you, but yeah, she's got some.
Roxanne's big. I didn't really. If that's the same one I'm thinking of, I'll watch wrestle.
Let's say, now Roxanne's little.
Yeah, she's little.
She's tiny.
She's a
Raquel,
tiny girl.
no,
Raquel Rodriguez, yes. She's big.
Yeah, she's big.
Yeah.
I watched her wrestle the other night. I said, damn. I said, I want to see you stand beside Rhea, because I kind of feel like you make Rhea look small.
Yeah, Raquel's like one of the only women on the roster who can actually be in a relationship.
She's
with
like
Braun Strowman.
she's like who Nia Jax wanted to be.
I will say, since they rehired Nia Jax, she did get a lot better.
Yes. She has
But her worst moment was that War Games match. Because, so, Kayfabe, it made sense. We're going to have Nia Jax start the match because the heel team's at a disadvantage. Real life, this woman can't work this whole goddamn match. It showed. It stunk to fucking high heaven.
Yes.
So I felt so bad for her that they put her in that spot.
But she has improved.
She got a lot better.
All this.
You know who else got better? And she was on SmackDown. Maxine Dupree looked really good in the ring on SmackDown. She actually got a lot better. Because some people just takes time. God, she was awful. So I'm like, good for you. You're getting better. She's not like Lana. Lana never got better. She just sucked always. Maxine Dupree, it's like, oh, you're... Yeah, Maxine's at least an actual athlete, like a gymnast. They just hire gymnasts now and turn them into wrestlers.
I was hooked on the Lana with Rusev.
Yeah. They got remarried recently.
She didn't even have to say nothing. I was like, no, this was good talking to her.
It's the most convincing fake accent in the world.
When I learned it was fake, I was sick.
Do you remember Southpaw Regional Wrestling? That parody of like an old Southern wrestling thing, and they made Rusev like a hillbilly in overalls, and Lana's next to him like with a cowboy hat, going USA, USA, just to see Lana doing that shit. And Rusev's like the awkward wrestler that's not good with interviews, and the Jericho's like, "Hey, you had a hell of a match out there tonight, Big Bartholomew," and he goes, "Yep."
Talking about Lana makes me miss Dolph Ziggler.
He's in TNA.
He wasn't the best, but I like his personality.
There was a time where he was white fucking hot, and Vince McMahon just didn't like him. So, if Vince didn't get you, you were fucked.
Even though there really wasn't much to get, almost that.
I think the head writer, I can't remember the guy who it was, whoever the head writer was in 2013. So they had the creative meeting the day that Ziggler's cashing in to win the title, the day after WrestleMania, and he says Vince is like, okay, he's cashing in tonight. We're not pushing him, but he's cashing in tonight. But we're not pushing him. So he's basically telling the writing team, don't write anything good for him. We're not pushing him. It'll just be a nice moment for this crowd and make him happy. He's not the long term. We're not pushing. And I went to Raw the week after that, and he was fucking losing clean to goddamn Jack Swagger. So Jack Swagger, yeah, he was dog shit. I'm sorry, he was fucking. He was just awful.
Good in the ring, but that's all he
Yeah.
That's it.
And that Real American thing was working for him. And then what's his dumbass do? Get arrested for fucking drug possession. And it was actually getting over and working.
Yes, it was.
Driving the race of his life.
Hell, the 77 was
Yep. The whole race, they've been up front.
You don't know how many times I've watched that break that happened yesterday.
Oh, yeah, I told him about it.
I watched it, I'm like, damn, it's bad.
It's one of the worst wrecks I've ever seen at Bristol. That's a slick little Chili's paint scheme. I like the stripes. I just want something good from Chili's.
Making me want the ultimate smokehouse combo.
Kevin, we both saw it. The 20 car really took off out of his box fast, and I saw him slow up a bunch.
He got doors. Any door?
Well, they're three wide. So every time I've seen Gibbs come off pit road today, he's three wide with somebody.
Should have expected this after last week. A 3-lap, essentially, DNF for Larson. Shit like this.
Let's watch the 97 Bristol race. Here's Jeff Gordon, Terry Labonte, and Rusty Wallace. Rusty's leading. I'm pretty sure Jeff catches him and moves him out of the way and wins the race. Oh, yeah, final lap. They catch a lap car at a bad spot. Here comes Jeff. Boop. Get out of there.
They don't do that shit now.
Look at Rusty trying to get back in the gas and get to Jeff. Jeff Gordon wins.
Shit now, they wreck. They just fucking dump it.
Now you got to knock the shit out of somebody to do that. We saw it earlier with fucking Chase running into the back of Keselowski, and it's like he barely touched Brad, but he was really hitting the shit out of him.
Is Priest really the leader?
I think he's wave around. He's either wave around or free pass. I feel like he's been getting lapped the entire race because he's just fast enough to stay in front of Larson, but ultimately gets lapped at the end of every run.
Oh yeah, Jesse Love's in this race. Who was your pick, man?
I didn't have a pick, but God, Larson's kicking their ass.
Yep.
It's one of the things I usually would have bullshitted about. Oh, Larson's gonna lead every lap and win, but I
You'd
didn't.
have been right.
But you no, usually when I say it, it don't matter.
Well, you'd have been right today. I mean, he hasn't led every.
Although
lap
last
but
week,
twice.
funnily enough, me and Dale literally predicted the whole race and didn't know it till the end.
So they just said John Cena got announced to sign autographs at WWE World, and it sold out immediately. Is he going to be in character? I feel like he's the kind of guy who's going to be in character being a jerk while he's signing autographs.
Being
Yeah. WWE put up a clip the other day. It was from 2003 WrestleMania Access, the day before Rock and Austin's match, and The Rock's at a panel, and fucking Stone Cold shows up and starts talking shit to him, and they start like going back and forth. You can tell they're making it up on the spot because they're making each other laugh while they're supposed to be mad at each other. It was the funniest shit. You wouldn't know that Stone Cold had just got out of the fucking hospital because he was just cracking jokes with The Rock. And then Stone Cold's like, "Why don't you come out here?" And The Rock goes, "What?" He goes, "Why don't you come out here? Have a beer with me." No, 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 no. See, if The Rock comes out there and has a beer with you, I know what's going to happen. We're going to have to taste the beer, and then we're going to get drunk, and then you're going to go with The Rock and Stone Cold Stunner. And Stone Cold goes, "I promise I won't do it." And he keeps a straight face. "I promise I won't do it." The Rock's like, "No, I'm not coming out there." And Stone Cold goes, "I'll tell you what, it'll be an honor to whoop your ass tomorrow." That's the only wreck that happened so far.
Did the 51 come down? Oh, Denny was right in front of that too. Oh, that would be funny.
Oh yeah.
Although him winning 3 in a row would fucking, I would shit my pants.
I'm
I would
not.
love that. I would love to read the say about Denny winning 3 races in a row.
That would just make me die inside.
Especially if Larson leads every lap and then Pepper like doors him on the white flag and wins it.
Blaney's pit crew ain't shit in the bed today. He's at least stayed in the same spot he's been in the whole race. Should have won Homestead. Should have won Vegas. Should have won Darlington. Could have won Daytona.
You can take it back to last year on the shoulda win.
That would really annoy me. The fucking windshield tear off, being fucking crumpled. I'd just be like, it's an OCD nightmare.
It would drive me insane.
Priest got the free pass. 66 pickup sticks. If they're beating the Gibbs teams, which they have so far today, then yes, they're faster than the average. Because the 11 and the 54 and the 20 were all top 10 pit crews, right? And the Hendrick cars were all in the top 10, but they were like 6th to 10th. Yeah. Suarez has the third best pit crew of the season and nothing to show for it. Other than almost winning Vegas. But he choked Vegas away. Bet you Kyle Larson leads the next 235 laps. What do you bet?
234. Denny leads the last
He's gonna get caught in some bad lap traffic at the last second. Give him a show, Dennis. Oh, Briscoe got sent by somebody. Stenhouse wasn't near him, so. Oh, that car just snapped.
Bye, Bell.
That's right where Briscoe did the same thing.
Wow, Bell. Boy, getting squirrely again. I'll give it to Bell. He held on to that a lot more than I thought he would.
And those cars really overcorrect when they oversteer because the steering wheels are very snappy. That's as close as it's been all day.
Yeah.
Blaney's up to sixth. He would have been my bet, but Larson's going to win, so it really doesn't matter. And Larson was the favorite, Larson was like 4.5 to 1. I think Denny was 5 to 1. Larson was 4 to 1. Blaney was 9 to 1. I thought about betting. Wow.
Bell having that many wins makes that sound crazy.
Yeah.
Too bad he didn't win the trials.
El dente. They're having a mid-off. Austin Hill and Chase Elliott and Brad Keselowski. Rubber in that top. Bet you every one of those guys in that picture before they went to break says the N word with the R. Sometimes I bet you Anthony likes to look at himself in the mirror and call himself the N word.
Yeah, I can say that.
It's like, yeah, that's right, you fucking says it to himself.
Funny if true.
No, it's not true. It would be hilarious if my dad and his girlfriend would just look back like, what did he just say in the bathroom?
Oh, you know that Gunther J. Uso build was kind of mid? Boy, when he bloodied up Jimmy Uso, made the whole fucking feud.
Beat the
I was like,
hell
yes, that's fucking. I'm into it now.
beat his ass.
Yeah. That week before when Jimmy slapped the dog shit out of him. Oh my god. Hardest I've ever seen somebody get slapped. And Gunther just laughed at him. I know that shit hurts. Look at Gunther's face. He was like, God damn. Yeah. Blaney's fifth. Could have won some money, maybe. No, not a chance. According to BetMGM, Ric Flair has the lowest odds to beat Randy Orton's WrestleMania opponent. And the headline just says, old. Yeah, what the hell's going on with that? See somebody get past that much?
Shit. Yeah, what's going on with Bowman?
Old Tylenol Gibbs is third. This will be like the third really good race in a row.
That's what you would think. The tire wear hasn't. It hasn't popped up. Not really. But you would think at some point the tires would start going to shit.
I heard it. Start watching him drop positions, and I heard it come by. You can hear it down the cylinder.
Damn.
That is a.
So he's got a bad cylinder.
Restarted second. He's
Yeah, he's down one.
That he's done.
Damn.
He's cooked.
Climbing down a cylinder.
Fuck that.
Okay, that makes sense because I'm about to say nobody's been past that easily all fucking day, and Bowman's down a cylinder.
Oh, Larson's gonna blow up last lap.
I hope every Hendrick car blows up just to make the race interesting. He's caught Logano again. Logano has not put up a fight today whenever Larson's caught him. I guess Joey's just like, dude, we suck so bad, I'm not even going to be a dick. It's going to stay green. This could be the I'm on Google now. What's the longest green flag run at Bristol? They restarted with 2:20 to go here. So I feel like they might have run that long or a little longer before. Longest green flag run at Bristol in history. The longest green flag run in a cup race at Bristol was 162 laps when we were there last fall. So we got a shot at the record today for longest green flag run at Bristol.
Oh, that ain't good. His car was starting to smoke.
Okay, well then the caution will come out probably sooner or later.
I don't know. This just smells like what happened last week. Larson's gonna lead every fucking lap just like Byron did, and then all of a sudden, fan, and then he's gonna get the lead.
I forget what it was last week. Didn't like Byron have like a shit good stop? And that was
No, it was Riddick and them guys pitted like 3 or 4 laps earlier and had better stops.
That's right.
He had a good stop, but he pitted later than them, and they just hauled ass. He cycled through to 5th, got back up to 3rd, and then his shit fell off. And then he got passed by Hamlin as Blaney passed Reddick for the lead, and then Larson spun, and the rest is history.
Got done by Bubba.
Yeah, he did it on purpose. Tried to tell that fucking retard behind him.
It's fine. It's fucking smoking.
He's on the bottom now. So it's fine.
Ew, boy. Good he's to stay on the bottom and oil it up so guys will want to move up and run the top.
Just getting That's what it needs to be.
So Bowman's a ticking time bomb, basically.
Yeah, and he's not pitting for some reason.
Ride it till the wheels fall off. Bet you Ty Gibbs would run through these motherfuckers to get his first win.
I can't believe he's running that close. Bowman just got back.
Wow.
That's crazy. It's crazy to hear that.
Not much older than us. Hell, actually, I think Larson. Hold on. He was 19 in 2014. I was 20. Hell, he's a year younger than me, so he's fucking our age. Ty Gibbs has successfully broken his 2009 Dale Jr. arc. If he has three finishes, 13th, 9th, and then the top five today, if he can finish it off.
Oh, stretch that lead out. Watch this stays green. Somebody will blow a tire or something.
Yeah. They haven't run longer than 100 laps on tires, really. So, and they'll have to go like 220 here.
Somebody will try.
Yeah, the awkward position of green flag pit stops at Bristol, where if you know you pit and a caution comes out, you're going to be 2 laps down. So, former WWE superstar Layla says CM Punk is the one who came up with her and Michelle McCool's team name.
That's pretty.
Lay Cool.
That is pretty cool.
Somebody said, damn, is CM Punk going to solve world hunger while he's at it? You hear so many stories about guys WWE going, yeah, Punk told me I should do this, and it really took off. Zack Ryder was like a prime example of, like, yeah, CM Punk told me to do this, and I got over. He's got the fucking magic touch. He made AEW watchable. This guy, insane decision by NASCAR to put the IndyCar race on at the same time as the NASCAR race while the Masters is going on.
Too bad the games don't look like that.
Yeah, I know,
That'd
right?
be cool.
Yeah, it'd be really cool if you
Have all that glare and stuff actually there.
yeah, when you switch to first person, yeah, that would be cool.
Uh-oh.
That smells like a wreck.
Come on, 77.
Most
Rooster
of
car.
names just sounds like.
Yeah, Hocevar ain't pissed off anybody today. I'm shocked. Blaney's coming. If Blaney gets a late caution and, oh my God, a good pit stop for once,
Maybe.
never know.
Maybe.
We've seen that speed start to be more dominant on the top than the bottom. That changes things, and now you can use the bottom to pass. But it's so hard to finish the pass with that grip strip on the bottom.
Blaney.
Look out for Cody Shane Ware and fucking Alex Bowman blowing up.
Why hasn't Bowman hit?
Yee! Get out of the way.
Oh,
Run until the wheels fall off.
That's what he's doing, for better or for worse.
ain't no different than Larson coming out 200 laps down.
As long as he's meeting the minimum speed, they can't say anything to him. Kyle Busch, 15th out of nowhere. He's been like 22nd the whole race.
5, I'll help you.
Yeah, we were there. Time for a NASCAR on Fox. Shut the fuck up.
How do you get that?
You just punch. If you just start punching, he kind of does that.
That is hella true, though.
You see that?
Yes, yes. I've seen
You saw that, right? Oh, make sure it doesn't go black on you. At least it's my original face.
This feels like one of the races we would have been to. Yeah, like, damn.
After last fall, I said I'm going to give them some time to do some work on Bristol before I go back. I go to fucking Atlanta instead. Atlanta, Darlington, maybe the Roval, but Martinsville playoff race for sure. And of course, 600's coming up. So. Fuck the Hulk Hogan.
Which random car is going to dominate the 600? Be like Ty Gibbs.
Bubba Wallace. Recently, it's been Blaney, Byron, Larson, Hamlin, Chase, the Trackhouse cars. Keselowski was really good there last year. Suarez, yeah, like I said, Trackhouse. Him and Chastain show up every year for that. It was shocking how they weren't that good last year because they'd been so good years before. Since Dylan started going, well, hell, since I started going again, Austin Dillon, Kyle Busch, Martin Truex, Keselowski won in a COVID year. We couldn't go. Larson, Hamlin, Blaney, Bell. So,
Maybe Joey will win it.
Reddick's good there. He was really good when Blaney won. Yeah. Him and Bell were both really good, and they both spun out.
Looking at that Blaney race, like, damn, he's actually got a dominant car. 4 seconds. This is just like last week. It's so
It's just like the week before. This is the third race in a row of this shit. Hamlin at Martinsville, Byron last week, but Hamlin won both times, hilariously enough. So he's going to do it again.
I can't say that. And it's gonna be so fun. I'll be pissed. I'll get that done, but it'll be good. I hope if he does like a stupid caution comes out, Hamlin like doors the shit out of him or something. Something to piss everybody off. That's what I want.
Of course,
All the
that's
people that
what
like
So funny. It's the fucking Undertaker Evanescence.
makes me think of Daredevil.
They're running out of shit talking about. Harvard just goes, Tyler Reddick hasn't been much of a factor
Back
today.
to dirt.
People will be hollering for that, you know it.
Maybe the,
I didn't hate the dirt
maybe the
race.
spring race is running reverse.
I know I did not hate the dirt race. The last one was pretty good, and the one before. The first one was kind of weird and shitty, but the last two Bristol dirt races weren't bad. I'm not saying bring it back. I'm just saying I didn't hate it. I don't know why that really makes me laugh. Booker T looking back. Bowman went to the garage. Looks like we're going to get that record green flag run after all. Speak or I will go no further.
313 laps, and he's still got 148 in the lead.
It's fucking Stone Cold in a magazine years ago. I don't have time to play no stupid Pokemon Red and Blue when there's real asses that are waiting to be kicked. What? Ever show you when Gunther chops the shit out of CM Punk at the house show? I showed Dylan. Oh. Look at Punk. When he rolls and looks at the ref and he goes,
Damn, some of these guys are 170 laps on tires.
Yeah.
Guys running in the back.
look at the fall off. Half a second of fall off now. Still not enough. Yeah, we went from 3/10 to half a second. Just about everybody's half a second slower. Yeah, Caden Shigeaki Hattori died.
Blake Housen and Hosenbar still up here.
He was in a car wreck.
Just send that shit. That car would send it. Put it in overtime and Hosenbar be in the top four.
Or Ty Gibbs. You think Ty Gibbs won't fucking run through somebody?
That's what I was saying earlier.
Xfinity Series, Ty Gibbs will come out again if he gets a shot at a fucking win and save his fucking season. Yeah. Yeah. Blaney's so angry at lap traffic. I'm mad they don't play radio anymore on that. It's just been car audio all day, no radio. So I don't even know why I have it turned up. I always have it turned up so I can hear the radios, but for some reason they're not playing radios today.
Language. It's Bristol, baby.
Fuck around and find out, bitch. It's race day. Hey, Caden, what NASCAR game was Shigeaki Hattori in? He was in one of the fucking EA Sports games randomly because he did like a race one year. I think he did a truck race or something, and he's in the video game.
Sounds like some 2009 shit.
Fucking Christian Fittipaldi is in the 43 car in NASCAR Thunder '04, and he only ran like one or two races. Because I remember he won a caution came out during a pit cycle in my career mode in '04, and he fucking won a race. I was like, wow, Christian Fittipaldi just won Kansas. '06. Shigeaki Hattori was in NASCAR '06. There's Corey.
Is that called like total control or something?
Total team control, yeah. It's where if you were driving a team car, you could switch with your teammates and control their cars for a while. So you could just be a dick and put all your teammates at the front and then switch back to your guy and do the command, hey, block for me. And they'll stay behind you. I think up until like 2 to go, you could tell your teammates to stay behind you or follow you or something.
Well, I guess last night
It's really handy at Daytona and Talladega. You can say pit with me, and the three or four of you can pit together. I need to play '06 again. It's been a while. I did a season on that a couple years ago, and I was junior, and I had Michael Waltrip and Martin Truex finish second and third to me like every race. I gave him a couple wins. Michael Waltrip won a couple races, and Truex won a race. When I had the championship clinched late in the season with junior, I started letting Truex win.
Joey's got the lead in that, or Denny's got the lead in that.
Yeah.
Those are
Maybe if it runs 200 laps and the tires really fall, maybe Denny can get there. He's better at saving tires than Larson is.
awesome for the sake of the game so far.
If you get a caution, it's just going to be Larson leading again, and the tires won't have enough time to fall off. This 200 lap,
Like a overtime.
yeah.
Give me an
I say this 220 lap run is our only shot at seeing some real tire fall off.
have a car spin on the back stretch, and they're gonna wait. Bobby Larson wins.
Triple H says that The Rock came up with the people's elbow specifically to try to make the Undertaker laugh. He started as a rib on the Undertaker. This copyrighted telecast may not be retransmitted or rebroadcast without the authorized written consent of NASCAR.
Hey, that dude sounds just like you. Not the other way around.
I love that meme from The Simpsons. And it's them going, say the line, Bart. But it goes, say the line. And you hear Martin go, NASCAR. And then Bart goes, this copyrighted telecast. That's pathetic. I remember people bitching about Bristol in 2008 when they fucking redid the banking. God, this is so bad.
I mean, Hamlin's in a second.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah, the trouble is you have to run like 200 laps to get to that fucking point. That's the problem.
if he cuts
Yeah.
it a half a second and then you pit,
Yeah.
what happens when Denny's 2 seconds faster off pit road? Is Larson going to catch him?
Probably a second faster. Flannel. Hey, Bill's taking the chance and pitting under green at Bristol. Green flag pit stops at Bristol. Lol. Now watch him not be able to pass Blaney on 100 and whatever lap tires. You're not going to be able to run that fast even with fresh tires because everybody's in fucking dirty air traffic.
2 laps and a straightaway. So far,
Ty Gibbs pitting. Got to do something. What do I always say? I'm always the guy who's like short pit. And you saw last week, Reddick and them guys short pit Byron after Byron dogged their ass. And what do you know? They come out in front of him. So I'm always pushing the short pit. Well, I was going to say Denny should pit, but they like to run long. Denny always runs long. And it usually works out for him somehow. Oh, now he's pitting. Ah! Jesus fucking Christ. Fucking Custer come off pit road and Gibbs missed him by like that much. Oh, Larson's pitting. Fuck it. Somebody should run. They said that you can go to like lap 344. Do it. Try to catch these fuckers a lap down and get a caution.
new leader.
If I was host of our, I'd stay out extra long, lap everybody, and then spin a lap car and get a caution while I've got Larson and everybody trapped a lap down. But yeah, they'll get the waiver helm, but I'll be in front of them. Yeah, this is where it can get away from you. Like I said, if a caution comes out, you know somebody's going to run long here. I think all the guys outside the top 10 should run it till it runs out of fucking gas. Oh, that killed host of ours race. The jack fell on the left rear. Son of a bitch. That's a race ender. He's fucked. You got to cross the cross the T's and dot the lowercase J's. You've never seen Wayne's World 2. They're getting a permit to put on a rock festival in their town, and the guy at the city council takes off his glasses and he's got a fucked up eye, like he's like a ocular albino. One of his eyes is white and blue, and the other's brown, and they're like terrified. He goes, "It's my eye, isn't it?" They're like, "No, is there something wrong with that weird eye?" And he gives them a whole speech about how the eye has perfect vision. He goes, "Okay, so you're serious about putting on a rock concert? Are you kidding? I'd give my right eye." You got to take these contracts home and sign them and bring them back within 3 working days of the event. That's good. We'll go home. We'll look these over, cross the T's, and dot the lowercase J's. When he says that, everybody in the office goes, well, I like to think I have an eye for details. Please run as long as you can. Blaney, Reddick, Bubba, run it out of gas. Just fucking run. Run it out.
To be honest, I would, as soon as I heard Larson was pitting, I would pit it too because this is just too risky.
I think, you needed to pit way before him, or just do what they're doing now and just run forever.
Because this right here,
I don't know. I like the idea of building a lap.
I make it last lap time. Ryan Blaney ran a
you want to dump a lap hard.
Ryan Blaney ran a 15.5. Kyle Larson only ran a 15.3. There's no difference. So yeah, that's like I said. Like Larson's faster, yes, but it's not quite enough. Blaney ran a 15.8. Larson ran a 15.5. So yeah, 3/10. Run it out. Run it out of gas. Who gives a shit? Yeah, you know you want to. Catch them all lap down. Oh no, I got loose and bumped the guy. Oh, what a shame. Whole field's trapped lap down and I'm in top 3. Oh well.
Oh, a caution would be so funny.
If a caution comes out, Blaney wins. Because he's just that fast. Bubba's had a good car to be in as much traffic as he's been in, but I think Blaney could win if he gets a caution.
Imagine they don't pivot at
440. Larry Max is around lap 440. They'll have to pit, but I love it. Just fucking run it.
all. Too tired. You pivot with 60 to go. 2 tires.
That would save you a little bit of time. Larson would get the lead back, but Blaney 15.9. Kyle Larson 15.6. It's just 3/10. Every fucking lap, there's only 3/10 difference between Blaney and Larson. You need the caution before Larson gets his lap back. That would be the best because you know you'll come out in the top 3 and he'll be behind you. There was almost a caution. Wow. Who cares if you're not going to win? Like, there's not that much fall off. Bubba's last car in the lead lap in 3rd for now. And once again, see, because Larson's lost a couple spots, it's kind of equaled him and Hamlin out. So Hamlin's close to him again. So this is a kind of a race within a race now with Larson and Hamlin. Oh, man. This is interesting. It's really hard to dominate a race and win it because you saw what happened to Byron last week. They found a way to fucking snooker him on strategy. It's like 4 Darlington races in a row. The guy who led the most laps didn't win. Oh, my God. You might be that caution you need. My God, it's gotten interesting because of that. Oh, my God. Hamlin caught Ty Dillon at a bad spot, unfortunately. Didn't hurt him none.
I wish I had $1 every time I watch Larson fucking.
Oh, my God, it's interesting. Shit's going on.
But people like me are mad because it's me that's involved in it. If it's going to end up being good,
Well, as Macho Man said, the cream rises to the top.
That's the only thing.
11 against the world.
That's the only thing I don't like about it either. I can't stand it.
Don't worry, nothing's gonna happen, and Larson's gonna win any fucking way. So
These two guys, they're going to go at it again. We knew both of them were really good here in Bristol, but
I think that's just not shrinking the lane.
yeah, it's possibly the end of this race. Now, here's a heartbreaker. We're going to go Ryan Preece. I'm going to go with Rookie Larson. Also runs as fast as him. He's keeping great pace with the number 11. But he had 20.
Ryan Blaney 15.8, Kyle Larson 15.8. Now they're running the same fucking lap times. Here's the host of our pit stop that killed his race.
How long can you go on gas?
Like 150 laps or more.
I might
Yeah.
take gas on.
Right.
It's 60 laps. I mean,
Yeah. Reddick's gonna get. Blaney would be the only guy now that's gonna benefit from this if he laps Reddick.
shitty spot. Ain't pit, and you're a lap down.
Yeah. Oh yeah, him and Reddick are in trouble.
God, I would cry. If Blaney ran just the whole way, I would cry. If I could somehow be that.
If he catches a caution while Larson's lap down, oh my god. Come on, man, I see some debris out there. They shit everywhere. I'll be right back.
Be like last week with Brad when we were like, caution, caution, caution. Wait till 2 or 3 cars hit the lap back, then that doesn't happen.
That's just the only thing I don't like about strategies like this. You're relying on something that you just cannot control.
That's what makes it fun.
I know that, but
I love a good gamble.
Because the things like last week, it was like, okay, everything y'all did didn't matter. Like the kids team hitting on lap 3. It was like, why are you doing that?
Like,
Cost yourself the race and you get to
at a certain point, you just go, well, I'm not going to, Larson's going to win. My only chance is to do some dumb shit. I present to you dumb shit.
hell to 12th is 2 laps down.
Just mentioned Blaney and Larson both ran 15.9s.
Well, caution fucked him last week. They owe him this one.
I know, right? They did screw him over last week. The one in stage 1 really screwed him over last week.
69 to go.
I like how everybody wants to see this happen, even though it's probably not going to happen. Munching on fries in your ears, guys. I'm sorry. I'm going to save my sandwiches, but I'm eating the fries now. Reddick pitted. If they were playing radio comms on that like they usually do, we'd fucking know. Yum. Popeye's fries are the most underrated thing they have. Hey, Larson's in the lucky dog spot. The Jack Links 500 at Talladega. 2 weeks from today. Use my Bojangle straw. I don't need to go get a straw. Hey, NASCAR, this is what you wanted. You wanted to make all the cars the fucking same to where everybody's running the same goddamn lap times and get them all close together. This is what you get. Larson's getting his lap back, unfortunately. You might as well pit now. If Larson gets his lap back, you might as well just pit.
Got it. Yeah, Blaney, you should just go ahead and pit, homie.
Yep. Fourth down, punt.
Run the rest of the race.
He's pitting. What'd I say? As soon as Larson got his lap back, he's like, well, we tried. And then as soon as he pits, it gets lapped. Caution's out.
Yeah, I'm waiting on it now because of Blaney's luck.
Gas on it, gas on it, gas on it.
I'm waiting for the light to turn yellow. That's what I'm waiting on. So far, it hasn't. We're still good. We're still good.
I feel like I'm playing NASCAR 98. When you did pit stops in NASCAR 98, it made you be in first person. You could see the little crew guys run by your windshield. When I was a kid, I'm like, this is the greatest game ever. Looks like shit. It's better than the NASCAR 99 pit stops. NASCAR 99, you can see your car, but the crew guys literally just teleport from one side to the other. Well, they tried. Allmendinger's got the fastest lap of the race. Austin Dillon, top 10 incoming. Kyle Busch, 14th. Not bad considering it's RCR.
Austin Dillon, one of 10 cars on the lead lap.
Short track ace if you go back and watch Richmond from last fall. If anybody could pull this off, it's Hamlin. Whoa. They drive in a straight line, Anthony. Some drag racing guy's going to be so mad at me and be like, you don't do shit. I'm like, I know, I just think it's funny. Because it's literally the NASCAR steering. Oh, just turn driving a circle.
Drag racing is literally driving in a
Straight line.
damn line.
Yeah.
That's what drag racing is. Like, what the fuck?
But you're going 300 miles an hour.
Yeah, if your car doesn't fucking explode.
Right. That's the only cool part is the danger. The fucking cars are scary.
Drag racing's only cool if your car doesn't explode.
Look at this fucking lap traffic.
Larson's going to blow by it.
Good God, Hamlin got the lead down to almost half a second already. Yeah, run hard. 3 wide, 4 wide. Let's go. I want to see Dennis steal another one.
Oh, you mean with Bubba in the way?
Uh-oh, Bubba's there again. Bubba's going to rig another one up for Denny like last week. You know, according to the guy sitting behind me at Darlington last week. Cody Shane Ware got out of the way. Oh, my God. That's a clusterfuck.
Of the Mongolian.
Ooh, shoots the middle. That worked out a lot better for Larson than I thought it was going to work out.
Now let's see if they do the same thing for him.
Yeah. Yee.
Jesus, Larson.
Well, they got extra wide for Denny.
Oh, yeah, once they're already a lap down. Fuck it. You race the leader like a dick, and then when you go lap down, you let everybody else go. I wish Larson had Bowman's engine. Remember how, like, it used to happen a whole lot more. It's like, uh-oh, a Hendrick car blew up. Look out. Michigan 2013 drives me crazy. Oh, wow, Casey Kane blew up. Oh, Jimmy Johnson blew up. Hey, Junior's dominating. Well, Junior blew up. I was like, should have known. Jeff Gordon somehow didn't blow up that day. Yeah.
Here we are.
I'm wondering what lap Allmendinger ran that fast lap on. I know what NASCAR's solution is going to be. We need to make Bristol a 5-stage race. Throw a caution every 100 laps. That'll be their solution. If you gave the cars more horsepower, they would buzz the tires and wear the tires out more.
I think Charlotte needs to be cut back one. Do 100, 100, 200.
That was the original idea.
Show me 200, 200 consistent laps in Charlotte. Because there ain't many cautions. They'll run 200 green.
I've seen it before.
They'll run it green. And if you make tires matter, that'd be
Funny story. Anthony had the same profile picture for like a decade on Facebook, and I remember exactly when he took it. We were sitting in there watching the 2012 Texas race that went green for like 234 laps at the end.
I got bored on my stop and just fucking took it because I was like, fuck it.
Greg Biffle won, and the race literally went green for like 230 laps or some shit. There was like one caution.
I was bored as fuck.
Yeah, like Greg Biffle won, Matt Kenseth second, Junior third, or something like that. I don't know why I muted that. Oh, they're showing the weekly Ty Gibbs finish graphic. Bottom text. I bet the drivers after this race are going to feel like garbage physically because they've been green for fucking 200 laps. That's brutal. If a caution comes out and Larson pits, I'm staying out. If a caution comes out and he stays out, I'm pitting. I'm going to do the opposite of whatever he does. There's only 9 cars in the lead lap. No, I'm just going to do opposite of what he does. Got to pay the bills, Dylan. Nah, Caden, the solution is turning Homestead into Atlanta. That's the rumor.
So, why
Yeah, you
have
could just
another restrictor plate?
add a little bit.
It's a rumor right now, but when I've heard shit like that, NASCAR usually is at least talking about it. So I'm like, please, for the love of God, stop it. Just stop.
Just add a little
Homestead
banking.
does
Just a little bit of banking on the top in Miami. You're good.
it doesn't
Don't make it to where they can run wide.
It's because they know Homestead in the next 5 years, or I'll say 5 to 10 max, is going to need a repave. Like, that's just the way it is. So I bet you're like, we don't want to repave it the right way, so we'll just make it like Atlanta. I don't think they will. I think they'll just run it until it gets so bad they have to repave it. And Briscoe fourth. Like, I'll just look up and notice things. Ricky Stenhouse 23rd. So much for the best car he's had at Bristol in a while. 27 laps to go. Just for fun, I'm going to go to Racing Reference and look at that Texas race I talked about a little while ago.
I knew you would.
I'm curious. I remember that race.
Yeah, I don't.
I just remember Greg Biffle won. Racing Reference will load. Fucking communists. The liberals want to take Racing Reference from you, Dylan. Well, we'll give Racing Reference time to get its shit together. Hell, I'll do it on my phone. I was just going to do it on my stream so everybody could see it. Talladega.
Continuing at 2 on Fox and the green flag on Fox at 3 p.m. Eastern Sunday, April 27th.
Aha. Racing Reference loaded on my phone. Did it load on the computer? Nope. It's not enough, Mike. Oh, wow. A whole half a tenth. Woo. Hauling ass. Hauling oats. Hauling oats and hauling ass. All right. April 14th, 2012. Texas Motor Speedway. 2 cautions for a total of 10 laps. Greg Biffle. Oh, wow. I got it way wrong with the results. Greg Biffle, Jimmy Johnson, Mark Martin, Jeff Gordon, Matt Kenseth, Martin Truex, Casey Kane, Carl Edwards, Kevin Harvick, and Dale Jr., the top 10. What was that green flag run? If I can find it. Lap 67, 68. 234 green flag laps. I remember the exact number. Last caution was on lap 101, and the race went green to 334, the final lap.
200 laps on this one.
Yeah. The best pit crews of the race, number 56 team for Martin Truex Jr., number 99 team for Carl Edwards, number 17 for Matt Kenseth, the 55 team for Mark Martin, and the 48 for Jimmy Johnson. Your championship standings after the race, Greg Biffle, plus 19 over Matt Kenseth and Dale Jr., who are tied for second. This has been your 2012 time capsule. Failed to qualify, David Stremme, Joe Nemechek, and Stacy Compton. DNFs, Dave Blaney, Travis Quapple, Josh Wise, Mike Bliss, Michael McDowell, Scott Riggs, and Scott Speed. Damn, Scott Riggs was in a race in 2012.
That name sounds familiar in the back of the pack.
Yeah. He had in 2004 and 5, it looked like he was going to be pretty good. Who, Riggs? He was the 10 car, Valvoline, in his prime. He was driving the 23 here for BK Racing, I think.
I don't think BK's good for Burger King.
The Alex Bowman.
Bowman, oh yeah, Bowman drove for BK Racing.
Oh, yeah, those were the ass. No, that wasn't Red Bull, but...
No, it was the people who bought the Red Bull cars.
Yeah,
They
that's
bought
right,
the
yeah.
leftover Red Bull
And
stuff.
Riggs was one of them.
Yeah. The Samsung Mobile 500. I'm just fascinated by this race now. Did you know that the average speed for the pole winner to qualify on the pole was 190.3 miles per hour? That's hauling ass.
At Texas.
Texas, yeah. Greg Biffle won by 3.2 seconds. Jimmy Johnson led the most laps, 156. Oh, he's fine. Look where Hamlin's at. Hamlin's behind 2 cars.
Mike really tried to make something out of that, and then just immediately
Yeah. 9 to go, single digits. Damn, Ty Dillon, 28th. He fell the fuck off, didn't he? Larson might have almost hit the wall there. He got really close. He about did. No, that was number 42 Ganassi car, Kyle Larson. Oh my God, he about wrecked. Jeez.
The brake caution with 2 to go is gonna be fucking.
Oh, Ganassi Larson made a comeback there for half a corner.
Yeah, it
God, he used to give some fucking races away,
did. Yes, he did.
especially at Bristol.
Yes, he did.
I remember just wanting to give up on him when he dominated Bristol. I want to say it was like 2018, and then
He would just drive the shit out of his car.
he was doing this at Bristol in 2018, and he fucking choked it to Kyle Busch late, and I was like, what the fuck? He led like 250 laps at Darlington and gave it away to fucking Brad Keselowski in 2018. Every year he'd qualify on the pole at Sonoma and dominate, and then the moment his tires fell off the first time, out of there. Three to go.
Caution.
And we have a caution.
Lap at 9.
I like how because the leaderboard's slightly ahead, I looked to see if it was yellow. I was like, I don't want to get jump scared by caution here. Two to go. Don't give away that top five now, Gibbs. 8 cars on the lead lap. 9 cars on the lead lap. AJ's fighting back. I think Larson's going to let AJ keep it. Well, you ain't got to worry about that today.
Dog caution coming out of turn 4.
We need ARCA rules where if a caution comes out on a white flag, you still got to do an overtime. I'm kidding. I do not want that.
Whoever John is.
He was a long-time Hendrick employee that died recently. Hey, Larson won.
I'm happy
Yeah.
Larson.
Ty Gibbs third. Ty Gibbs is officially back on track. That's 3 really good races in a row. Hocevar still finished 11th after what happened to him. That's pretty good.
Yeah.
They can be happy with
It
that.
wasn't totally fucked.
Kyle Busch 14th. That's not bad. AJ Allmendinger got a top 10. Austin Dillon got a top 10. Boy, it's the year. I'm starting to get 2008 vibes here because 2008, Carl Edwards won 9 races, Kyle Busch won 8, Jimmy won 7. Well, Bell's got 3, Larson's got 2, and Hamlin's got 2, and we're only fucking like 9 races in. So, again, 2008 vibes over here.
Well, Willie B, this is how you dominate a race and not totally fuck.
What, not have a caution?
Well, before that though, because Willie B.
He
got
did
fucked over
kind
by
of start to fall off a bit before the.
It was kind of falling
Cautions
off,
and all.
but, a couple guys took really good pit strategies.
I think Denny Hamlin said on his podcast, because Hamlin ran like 3rd to 5th all day long. He said if you go back and watch the end of stage 2, me and Joey were catching Byron. He was kind of falling off at the end of stage 2. And he said that gave him hope. He's like, wow, we were catching him. Oh, yeah. Turn on NASCAR Heat 5. We're watching Larson's onboard of his burnout. It's pretty impressive.
The alternate universe where this is like his 75th career win.
Right. If he drove from Hendrick for the start of his career and we never switched to this car. I would say my top 4, my final 4, every year people are like, who's going to make the final 4? And everybody's always wrong. Larson, Blaney, Bell, and Hamlin.
Oh, I got Byron Larson Hamlin Bell.
Really. Well, Byron's going to be one of those guys that's right there. So.
I got the Byron instead of Blaney.
Larson, Hamlin, Bell,
I think Larson
and
Hamlin
Blaney.
Bell are the gimmies.
Yeah, that 4th spot's always kind of wide open, ain't it? Every year.
Because Blaney's going to win Martinsville. That's the real bump.
Yeah, the 4th spot's always open, and then Joey Logano squeaks in as the 4th driver and wins the fucking championship again.
I think this
And I
It's
might be
Larson
close to
Hamlin
never
Bell.
watching NASCAR.
And then if Blaney can win Martinsville, he'll make it. But if not, Byron will make
That
it.
pissed me off so much last
It's
year.
happened 3 times.
I wanted to fucking throw something at my TV when I saw that.
I knew when he won Las Vegas on fuel mileage over Bell, I was like, there you have it. Joey's going to go to Phoenix, fucking be unstoppable again. Because Penske's really good at Phoenix. They're not good. Penske is good at Daytona, Talladega, Atlanta, Martinsville, and Phoenix. They seem to be mid everywhere else now. Except for Blaney, who's good everywhere. The organization as a whole is very inconsistent.
And Logano didn't do himself any favors fucking spinning out like a hitman at the top.
Josh Berry 12th. Josh Berry 12th. Berry's having a good year, and he's already got a win.
Yeah.
Wish he was going to be here with us to celebrate, but I know he's celebrating with us in spirit. So, yeah, just
Speaking of
race once again
racing.
here, Bristol for the 5 team. Really, really good car.
Yeah.
That was a lot of fun. You know, however many laps of green we ran.
Well, I'm glad it was fun for you. That was fun. I'm glad it was for you.
It's fun not being there.
Stayed home.
And then, yeah, just kind of kept the pressure on from there. So
All that money
I knew
spent,
I'd make
but
some
then
good
people
bits of
paid.
traffic.
I'd be disappointed. I'd be pissed.
If I needed to, so
That was like the 6th round. I was like, are you fucking kidding me? All this money for this.
rates up. So,
Brock Beard, 7 minutes ago. Good Lord, they are begging for a caution at the broadcast booth.
411
this is their
laps.
first win with the 5 team, so it's been fun celebrating with them, and yeah, it's good to be back at Victory Lane.
Cliff Daniels, your crew chief, told me we're gonna have to play in the moment. We don't know what to expect today. Kyle, this was not the race we all expected. What
Next
from your
week he'll wreck on a
perspective,
dirt track.
At what point did you realize this is not going to be a tire conservation race?
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, early on, yeah, we were all kind of just
They
right
don't
down
have
line
the
like we
DNF
did in the
at
spring
Talladega.
last year, and I was just trying to keep an eye on the track, and I felt like
What's after that?
you know, it was
Kansas?
starting to get a little bit darker.
Let me
on
look.
exit, so I was like, all right, that means some rubber's laying
Because
down.
our fucking month is coming up here.
And then we get back down, so I was like, screw it, I'm just gonna
I think
go to the
Kansas
lead here
is
and
close.
pick the pace.
If we can get cheap Wilkesboro tickets, I think you said you wanted to do that. If we can find a.
Into a normal
Yeah,
Bristol track
Anthony
there
will
for us, so really played it out of favor.
I want Anthony to go to the 600 again.
It's just,
Oh, it's back this year too with Cowboy going.
So we're gonna be really hard to pass.
Oh,
it's just hard
Glad to stop
for
this
me
race.
to.
She said.
We hate to see him win, so
so it's off week, Talladega, Texas.
Oh yeah. So Larson wrecks on the dirt next week, gets a DNF at Talladega, and then shits on the field at Texas.
That literally sounds like something Hendrick would do. Like that's what him and Chase do.
Larson's next 3 weeks.
So next week on the off week, Xfinity and trucks are at Rockingham, and then you got Texas, Kansas, North Wilkes. Yeah, but Xfinity Saturday.
So next week is off, right?
Yeah, just Xfinity and trucks are racing at Rockingham. And after that is
Talladega.
Talladega, Texas, Kansas, North Wilkesboro, Charlotte.
God, I'm gonna be at work watching fucking Texas.
At least you worked that.
And then after Charlotte, I think it gets really fun because Charlotte's fun. We all like Charlotte.
Like Charlotte.
Nashville, Michigan, Mexico City, Pocono, Atlanta, Chicago streets, and then Sonoma. That's a pretty fun stretch of races. That's a pretty fun stretch of races for me.
That stretch of races is
Oh.
crazy, but I love it.
After that, Dover.
I love Dover.
Yeah.
That's another one of my favorite tracks. I
And then the
love
Brickyard
Monster.
400.
Yeah, I'm always a fan of the Brickyard.
Even if the race is mid, I love Indianapolis.
God, I wish I could have a replica Monster Mile trophy. Oh, I'd love to have
3D print one. 3D print a monster trophy. And then late in the year,
Fuck, I might have to ask my dad to get a 3D printer.
first race of the playoffs is Darlington. We'll be there. Followed by St. Louis. Followed by Bristol.
St. Louis.
And then New Hampshire, Kansas. Right. You couldn't make me go to that racetrack.
Dylan, I know you love Kansas.
Charlotte Roval's always a maybe because it's right there. And the last 2 Roval races were pretty good. My favorite round of the playoffs is Las Vegas, Talladega, Martinsville, and then Phoenix, the championship race. But we're going to Martinsville, the next to last race.
So you going to the 600?
It's just difficult for me to want to go to a race because something might happen at work or something.
Right.
I'm paranoid because working at a group home, you gotta have like your staff on hand in case something
Right.
happens. If we're up in Charlotte, like
You need to come get a job with me, and I'll teach you how to paint, and you'll have the easiest gig you've ever had. Because, like, yeah, we got to paint, but so what? We get it all done, then we just sit around all day and play our switches and go to lunch for 2 hours.
and I do have a switch.
Yeah. Oh, Larson's firing it back up. I like that they put the checkered flag and the wedge adjuster thing on the back window. Hell yeah! That got a Hemi in it. Hemi's probably got more power than these pieces of shit. Oh, I said the quiet part out loud. Did you hear Larson yesterday? He was talking about, he was at the truck race Friday, and he goes, the truck is an absolute turd, and it sucks. He was like, it's so slow and so bogged down. It's terrible. And he goes, the Xfinity car's fun. It's got a lot of power. And he goes, not that the Cup car doesn't have some power, but it could use a lot more. He trashed the truck, but made sure not to say nothing bad about this car. Tylenol Gibbs. Xfinity Ty Gibbs was a menace. Cup Ty Gibbs actually like. Xfinity Ty Gibbs. You've seen the highlights.
One thing I don't like is that whenever he does this dumb shit, he tries to be like, "Oh well, I'm Christian and you can't fucking say anything because of it." I just want to beat his fucking ass.
People do that in iRacing because, you know, you can drive wherever you want in iRace. They'll win the race and then do a burnout up the ramp into the victory lane. We need that in NASCAR 25. I want to be able to drive my car to the garage in the infield. We've never had a proper NASCAR game with that. Right. He's doing quite well with Gibbs. He's settling in, and they're pretty consistent every week. So. Yeah, he's not doing dumb shit, really. Stuart Haas Chase Briscoe was a menace, but did win Darlington last year. So that was a fun race. Fucking three. Well, he stole it from Kyle Larson because he went 3 wide on them, and then Kyle Busch followed him through, and then it looked like Kyle was going to run him down, and Kyle couldn't get past him. Harrison Burton and Parker Retzlaff on the outside at Daytona. That would keep Kyle. Yeah, Briscoe blocking him at Kansas. Yeah. Their only off week this year, by the way. They have to run until fucking November.
I'm used to them having like usually 2 off weeks.
I like when they would do the break for the Olympics and NASCAR would be off 2 weeks. The drivers love that. This year, after this week, you got to go hard all the way to fucking November. This part of the schedule is kind of nice because you have like Darlington, Wilkesboro, Charlotte, and Bristol all kind of close together, so you don't really have to go far. That fucking stretch when it's like Nashville, Pocono, Chicago, Sonoma. Yeah.
And then Pocono's going to be the worst because it's in the middle of nowhere, Pennsylvania.
Yeah. And you can go ahead and count on that race being on Monday because it always rains at Pocono. Oh, Jeff Gordon. Who I say every week looks like he's turning into Rick Hendrick like Tim Allen turned into the Santa Claus. Jeff Gordon needs to get in the gym, brother. I just love how like Jeff's this really like nice guy, but behind the wheel he was an absolute goddamn monster, and everybody hated him because he was a fucking dick. He was Joey Logano before Joey Logano. You weren't watching in that era. Jeff Gordon was Joey Logano. Move your ass out the fucking way. And people are like, man, fuck this Jeff Gordon. Dale Jarrett and Rusty Wallace, all them guys fucking got so mad at him. Jeff was borderline dirty in his prime. And then he got a little older. And he was still a fucking psychopath. You saw Jeff have several meltdowns in your time watching him race. The Texas thing with Keselowski, the Phoenix thing with Boyer, swinging at Jeff Burton at Texas in 2010.
Keselowski's reign of terror was something I'll never be able to understand.
Hey, look, Blaney finished where he was going to finish anyway, so I mean, it worked out.
He didn't DNF.
Yeah. Back-to-back top fives for Blaney because the motor held on. He's got a great stretch of races coming up because Pocono and Iowa are right near each other, and those were two of his best tracks. And Talladega. He's a fucking beast at Talladega. He kind of picked up the Dale Jr. Talladega mantle the last few years. Make sure you name them all. Sylvania, Atlas, Cardell, PPG. Yeah, enjoy the only break you're going to have till the fucking first week in November, dude. Just think about it. We'll be balls deep in NFL the next time there's not a NASCAR race on. I will be watching Rockingham for Xfinity and trucks because I love Rockingham. I kind of want to go to Xfinity at Rockingham, but it's the same day as WrestleMania, and the race is at like 4 in the afternoon.
I'll happily take WrestleMania.
If they put Rockingham at 1 or 2, I would say, Dylan, let's go. But because I don't want it to clash with WrestleMania, so I'm just going to stay home. Of course, you can blame WWE. They're the ones that moved WrestleMania 2 weeks ahead this year because WrestleMania was supposed to be this week or last week.
That's always fun, as a driver, like figuring that stuff out. You always have an idea in your mind how things are going to be. Well, at least you don't have WrestleMania, the 600, the 8500, and the Masters on the same day.
So WrestleMania's next week, right?
Yep.
What time does it start?
7. I think that's when it really starts at 7.
John Cena's championship.
His fucking heel promo when him and Cody were face to face was so fucking good. When he was like, I build empires for billionaires. All you've ever done is steal money from their kids. That was a great line to Cody.
Yeah, too bad the one billionaire built an empire before it turned out to be a complete.
Well, Cody turned that shit around because Cody said the people chose me. Did they choose you, or was it a billionaire in the office that's not here anymore that we don't talk about? So Cody had a good line at him, too. A guy who's so narcissistic, he got his wrestling gimmick stupidly tattooed on his neck. Cena was roasting the neck tattoo.
Somebody has to.
There is your why, Cody Rhodes. I love hearing John Cena get fired up and angry like that.
I just can't believe it took this long for him to turn heel. It's just crazy.
Okay, Jeff has slimmed down a little bit. I just saw the chins from the other angle. Jeff has slimmed down. Oh, alright, I'll see you later. I don't know why the fuck I'm still streaming.